Hello, hello, hello. Very good morning to you. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Fee and it's my favourite day of the week. It's Friday. You can taste the weekend. Woo! Come on. Yes, we're with you here all weekend. I'm with you today and tomorrow, and I've got a fabulous woman with me. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She's got amazing talent oozing out of every pore. You haven't seen jewellery anything like this until you've met our Debbie, the gorgeous Deborah.
I didn't know who you were talking about then. Hello.
She's a vision. You can't see the lovely skirt, but it's a beautiful blaze of colour. You have to hoik your leg up, girl. Go on. Okay. Oh, there we go. She looks gorgeous. The lovely Debbie's with me today, and she's got 3 new kits, but we're also going to take a dive into the realm of the polymer clay, aren't we?
We are today, yes.
And
we are.
Specifically,
the Lisa Pavelka foils and textures and the water slide transfers. We're just going to look at that a bit in more detail.
Yeah, exactly, because it's something we have talked about before and perhaps shown, but we think it's just good to revisit because it's always better to be shown, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so Debbie's incorporated a lot of the actual clay and the foils into the new kits as well, just to really show you how it can make such a difference in your kit designs and your jewellery making. Now we've got 2 very special guests on the show as well. One's called Chrome Dioxide and the other one's called Garnet, and they're 2 fabulous gems of distinction, Garnet, coming up on the show, so I can't wait for them to arrive. They're not yet in the building. Tom's trying to make his way through a curtain there. I'll see that before, battling his way. Yeah, we're going to put the early bird, and then I'm going to bring you a little Friday Fifi treat, and then the first new kit. Are you all right, Jack? You're all right. And I'm going to read out a nice letter that I had from Angela. Angela Ride, very nice letter she sent me. Fan letter. I like the paper, bright yellow, it's lovely. Right, it's Friday, let's have some fun, let's make some jewellery, let's have some amazing offers, and let's get started with the early bird. There he is back again. It is our amethyst silver chain, and actually the first new kit, I know this is cheeky, but I'm going to show you how fantastic this would look with the first new kit. So get that order up and running, start your order nice and early, just a thought. There's a little tease, a little taster. That works perfectly, doesn't it? So let's make that uber affordable so you can get that, add it to your order. Remember, it's 1 P&P all day. And we'll be giving you top tips about how to get started, how to make your designs, how to make your own jewellery, and what you can do with the chain, of course, as well, because this is not just the silver chain. You've got the genuine gemstones there of the amethyst, all beautiful faceted rondelles. We can use this as a simple bracelet, of course. I mean, you've got a good 9 inches there, so there's a good 2 inches remaining once you've got your clasp on there as well. I've seen these cut into little tassels. I've seen them used as a length to elongate the earrings. I've seen the gems being taken off and restranded as well. You know, if you've ever sort of cut it and then that's left a loose gem and you kind of want to put them on another bit of beading thread, I've seen that done as well. What else can we do with our chain, our gem chain, Debbie?
I just think sometimes it's just nice just to have a little tassel, just literally just put it into 4 drops and just have that coming down from a lovely amethyst pendant or something stunning.
Yeah.
Or actually at the back of the neck, if you are a bride and have your hair up, and you've got a lovely pearl necklace or a lovely necklace, why not have that as going down just the back and just hanging down the back?
Oh yeah.
Down the back of the neck.
Delish.
Stunning.
Oh, sexual this time of the morning, Deborah. Yeah, lovely. That sounds beautiful. And of course, because it's that finer chain around the neckline there as well, you have that elegance rather than sort of a great big clumpy surround. And they're gorgeous as well if you just had half on the asymmetric necklace, you know, with your pearls. Just beautiful. And of course they are genuine amethyst, that beautiful iron-rich quartz, that gorgeous gem, thousands of years in the making, and you get that beautiful range of tonality in your amethyst. But what we've actually sort of cut and faceted onto this silver chain, we've made sure that all the tone is very uniformed at around 60%, so that you can see the actual rich purples in that amethyst and take advantage of, you know, one of the predominant qualities that makes this gem so precious and so rare, because as we've mentioned before, thousands and thousands of years ago, gems were valued for their colour, and amethyst was a very rich gemstone associated with your kings and your queens of England, the crown heads of Europe, and because of those rich, opulent purples, and very popular in the ecclesiastical church as well. And renowned for its, well, healing properties. They used to think it could aid you in sobriety. but it's also associated with the god Bacchus and indulgence and overdoing it a little. Well, we're not going to overdo it today. We've got loads of amethyst. We've got that beautiful 925 sterling silver chain, and we've got an amazing, amazing offer for you. So, $7.95. We need to get involved. 0800 644 655. It is only pence per minute on that free phone number. And pence per minute, what am I talking about? I'm on the wrong channel. It's a free phone number. Pence per minute on a free phone number. Debbie, she's laughing at me in the corner there. Thinking, what was she saying? Friday, innit? It was early start.
I know.
5 a.m. Feels like a year ago.
Have a muffin, you'll feel better.
Eh?
Have your muffin,
Have
you'll
me
feel
muffin,
better.
definitely. I'll get tucked into that muffin right away. Yeah, free phone number. Free phone number, so not even going to cost you to make the phone call. And of course, by starting early, you're getting that order up and running. You know, you're here for the whole of the morning with us then. You can add that to your first new kit of the day. You've got quality gems here with the silver. It really will add that touch of luxury to your designs and just gives it that little extra dimension as well, because you've got the gem set chain. Under £8, all of that amethyst, the beautiful silver, a 9-inch silver chain. I mean, you think of an amethyst silver bracelet, and there you have it, ready for the making, even if you just want to create that equivalent in your mind's eye of worth or value for $7.95. For an amethyst silver bracelet, I think that's a bargain myself, but of course that is up to you, and it's $2.95 for the postage and packaging all day. And we've got our first new kit, which it looks fantastic with those purples of the amethyst and the pearls in there as well. A bargain, there you go, 9 inches, and great for that tassel. I just like it if you just take a little aspect of it, create that length, and then maybe we could put at the bottom of it a bigger amethyst or something like that. Tier it, wrap it around. What's nice as well, if you've ever sort of created a wrap either with your gizmo or some thicker 1mm wire, and you just hang the chain through the coil, or yeah, just have a length of it
really
and then have a nice loose coil. Love that on earrings. Or even your gizmo work, just thread it through and wrap around. Beautiful. $7.95, absolute bargain. That's what we're all about here at Jewellery Maker. Bring you genuine gemstones, inspiring your creativity, and we're really going to do that today with Debbie. So make sure you start your order nice and early. Shall we give you another bitty bargain? A Fifi special? Come on. Oh, challenge first, and then the Billy bargain. Well, we want to put Debbie to work straight away, don't we? She has started. She knows what it's like on this show. With me interrupting her every 5 minutes, the poor woman doesn't get a blessed minute, does she, with me around? So yeah, let's challenge Debbie, and then I'll come. Shall I just show you my Billy bargain? Because Paul's got the shot here. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. Let's have a bit of this. I'll come back to this. It is an absolute steal. How pretty would your chain look with that? Look at that beautiful agate, the shell, and the rose-coloured quartz there as well. So, got an absolute demon of a price. Come with me this way, because I'm going to go see Debbie, and we're going to set today's challenge, which is our beadie box. Now, it's probably the last of our beadie boxes. I mean, I don't know if we're going to do them anymore, or this is the end. This is the end. It sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? Alrighty. Here we go, darling. It's the green, which I think would work beautifully with purples.
Yes, I do actually.
But you're only allowed to work with what you got.
I know.
I mean, I can't stop you, with some cheeky polymer clay in there, but you know what she's like. Why not? Why not? I just found out today her husband's a massive Elvis fan, so I'm so excited about that.
Absolutely, yes.
She's going to furnish me with loads of Elvis things for the 16th of August. Watch the big Elvis show. To be mega. Is it the 16th or the 18th? It's the Thursday.
16th.
16th, it is.
16th,
Yeah, it's the anniversary of his death.
That's right, 16th.
Yeah, bless him, he would have been 77 this year.
No.
The king. So, yes, your husband's a massive fan, isn't he?
Absolutely
He
massive.
should come on the show.
Well,
He
he did once do, we did a function once and organised an event where you had to come as your favourite singing artist, and he came dressed completely, and he has got his own Elvis outfit, I have to say, and the wig.
She's got to bring her a picture. I've told her you have to bring a picture.
Yes, and he serenaded me in the front of the whole school, and he had me standing in the middle of the dance floor with him singing. I think, oh my God. Thank goodness he can sing. Anyway,
this is brilliant.
Anyway, moving on to
Right, let's set Debbie her challenge. Now, it's called the Heart of the Forest, and it's got jasper, aventurine, and the howlite. So let's introduce you to the gem strands. This gorgeous aventurine strand.
I love that.
Yeah. It's got such a pop, hasn't it?
I can remember Linda doing a challenge with this and onyx, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was absolutely gorgeous. It really was. Really nice.
It's a lovely foil for your colours as well. Because I always think of the garden, obviously, not just because it's green, but it's just such a lovely green, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful. Absolutely
really
beautiful.
pretty. It's so pretty with purple. Now these are your plain rounds, and carat weight. This is 260 carats, and then you've got 200 carats of your Jasper puffy hearts, and these have such a lovely ornamental sort of feature to them, don't they, with a speckled sort of pattern there.
They do, and I think when you see a strand of hearts, there are so many on there. If your tag is a heart, you know, if you've got a company, if you're doing craft fairs, then collect things that have got hearts like this, because they'll last you months and months and months. You know?
And there's loads of strands
Absolutely,
as well.
Or just tie it to a gift bag or something if that's your
It's a lovely finish. It's a lovely thing to develop, isn't it? You can do that with your polymer clay as well.
You can,
just create
get
your own little
tag.
signature tag.
That's
It's a real lovely essence of quality and a finishing touch. But that's a great idea for the hearts, as well as in the jewellery anyway. And then you've also got the drop beads that are 12 by 8 millimetres, and that carat weight is 190 carats. But we've also got, with our strands, is our green aventurine. It's like a sort of a big oval, isn't it, really? 50 carats. 33 by 38 millimetre, and a 60 carat. This has got a lovely pop. Reminds me of your polymer clay, actually.
Do you know, I looked at it twice actually thinking, gosh, is it polymer clay? It looks like it's got foil in it.
Yeah, it's the dyed howlite there. But it's got such a lovely psychedelic 60s swirling pattern there. There you go, that's the other one there, and that is 50, was it 50 carats?
Yes,
Thank you. 60 for the howlite, 50 for the aventurine. Thank you, darling. Sorry, Paulie, has to keep moving there. Now, I've also got the silver spacer beads as well.
I've got them out here if you've
got them. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, thank you, darling.
There's 3 of those.
You get 3 of the sort of rice bead tubey shaped, and 1 of the brilliant round sort of diamond cut into the actual silver, so you get great. So 4 of those, plus you get your nylon green beading thread. How many, is that 100 metres there? Sorry, you see me leaning.
Sorry.
I can't see past you. You're such a tall lad there. Thank you, darling. And then 10 metres of the silver coloured copper wire. That's 0.8. Then 0.6, another 10 metres of the forest green copper wire. 0.6 and 0.8. That's fantastic to start with, isn't it?
The 0.8 is the most popular, I think, for most wire workers. It's just firm enough that you can do links, you can hammer it to make clasps. 0.6, I wouldn't use it as clasps or what have you, but it's good for decoration and detail. I think there's some lovely things, and this thread is great for doing the pearl knotting.
Yes.
If you have pearls, or if you want a necklace that's going to have more of a swing to it when you wear it, it's perfect for that. So
yes, and they do say you should re-string your pearls. You know, especially if you wear your pearls every sort of 3 days or something. I mean, I don't know if people wear the pearls that much, but they do say sort of after cleaning, so maybe 6 months or after a year, re-string. Yeah, because of all, you know, just general dirt and grime in every day.
Right.
So if you've got lots of that.
And what have you. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's such a lovely vibrant green
It's
as well. You wouldn't want to
gorgeous.
lose that, would you, in your design? Great for the macrame as well. Great for, like, I know if you bundle it together, making the tassels. So, any immediate ideas, honey? I know you'll have lots of ideas.
I love the pendant.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that shape. I think it's gorgeous. I might do some wire wrapping on that. The inspiration will come to me. It normally does. I usually cut, I say this every time, but I usually cut a length of beading thread and just have a play for 10 minutes, and then it will suddenly...
And then see where it goes. See where it goes. See how the fancy takes it. That's the beauty of jewellery making. You can just see how it goes and where it goes. And of course, you can have a little delve underneath. I mean, Debbie's remit is only to work with what's, say, in the kit, but of course we've got findings as well, which we know most would have at home.
That's
we can
right.
sell those separately, so she can have a little delve. I dare say a bit of polymer might creep in there. It's bound to. It's bound to. That's Debbie's speciality. All right, my darling. Well, I'm going to leave those with you. You've already got your set, haven't you? So marvellous.
Those are mine.
Oh, yes, they are. Sorry, sweet. Yeah, look at that. Look at me. Take them away. Yeah, I have those as well. There you go. Thank you, darling. All righty. So I'll leave those to Debbie. She's got the whole of the live show to look at those and to work on those. And of course, we're going to draw on Debbie's talents and designs as we go through the show. So text us in as well. Text us in. Let us know if you want to ask any questions or anything of Debbie. You know, draw on her talents, especially if you've got questions about the foil and the polymer, which we will come to.
Yeah.
And I want, they're not tattoos, the little transfers. I want to call them tattoos. They look like
transfers,
Yeah, as well, if you want to have a look at those.
Tattoos are the same as
little,
yeah. Works the same way.
Exactly. So especially if you've got any questions about that, because we just met a lady, Paula, outside, and she was having trouble with the firing.
Yes.
The firing of the pieces.
See her later.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, she's doing the silver clay, so no doubt she'll get all the answers today anyway. But if you've got any questions like that and you haven't experienced any problems, do text us into 60777 and start your message JM Studio. And let us know, have a chat. We want to talk to you this lovely Friday. I've only just realised I'm going to price on the screen.
Oh, right.
Sorry, there's me rattling on. Moving on to the next part of the show. I do apologise. I do apologise. There's people very frustrated at home thinking, well, I'd like to get involved with this challenge, but I haven't got a Scooby how much it's going to cost me. And Fee's just rattling on there. I didn't even notice that it wasn't even on the screen. How remiss of me. It's terrible. I do apologise, everybody. And there we go. Set up those pendants there so you can see them. Beautiful. So you've got the 4 silver pieces in there as well. Debbie's challenge, and of course, if you want to get involved, I think it's going to be the last of the boxes as well. And I know you use boxes for your polymer clay.
Oh,
It's
yes,
the right
it's
grade
so
of plastic.
useful.
And,
absolutely, so
yeah.
useful.
And storage, and for your gems or your silver.
Never have too much of those.
You don't.
Nope.
You don't. You really don't. Especially if you travel to the trade fairs or the craft shows as well for storing your pieces. Under £20, straight down at that offer. I think this is going to be the last of the bee boxes.
Really?
We'll be saying bye-bye until we invent something new. At the moment, it's the last of what we've got as well. So it really is the last chance, which is why we've gone so low at £19.95 for those 3 strands, plus your 10 metres of your silver and your the green there, and your 0.8 and your 0.6. Plus your 2 pendants, plus your very useful plastic box, plus your 3 gorgeous strands as well. So under £20, there's the code. Get it while stocks last, CCP 085. And especially as we'll be visiting Debbie's designs later on as well, just see what she's created as the show goes on. Alrighty. Am I going to release? All right, darling, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to go over and release those 3 gorgeous strands without trying to trip over the light, because I tend to do that every show. And we will be talking to Debbie in a moment anyway about the first new kit of the day. You know, those gorgeous purples that I just showed you. Right, but I'm so excited about these 3 strands as well. They are fantastic. In fact, there's one strand in here which worked lovely with those greens, because there's teals and there's golds and there's reds in here. But let me take you through the 3 strands. I think this is just a lovely jamboree. It's like I'm like a kid in a candy store looking at these. Fantastic agates, almost got that crackle effect in them as well when you create that heating up of your agate, like your quartz, cooling it rapidly and injecting the dye. It kind of creates a lovely webbed pattern within the gemstone. And your agate, a lovely fine cryptoline quartz there, and got the colour dye creates beautiful royal blues, bright poppet pinks, rich purple amethyst colours, dark smoky browns, almost like a silvery moon white, a pale powder blue. You get a mix of the 2 in some of the gems between the blue and the brown. But what you can see is that distinctive patterning. I mean, they look beautiful together, but you can separate up those colours, of course, anyway. And again, I think that would look so lovely in the first new kit of the day as well, with the purples and there's like a mink purple in there as well. Gorgeous strand, that one. And they are big 10mm faceted rounds. Now I've also got the shell, the faceted shell. I love these rich, they're like Christmas cracker colours. There's a lovely soft honey blonde colour. I would describe it as a teal khaki colour, and then a rich burgundy colour. So let me just separate those out for you there. So there's your tealy khaki green. I'd say that's like a dark, almost black bottle green. There's your burgundy, or your mauve, and there's that gorgeous honey blonde. And it is the shell of the rounds of the actual pearls, as it were, the shell of the seashell, as it were, with that lovely iridescent layer. Obviously it's coated there as well to give that fantastic metallic finish, that lovely glow, but you can still see the essence of your pearl quality, your shell pearl quality, in that luster. They look like gorgeous baubles, don't they? Gorgeous baubles. So that's another beautiful strand in there as well. Very rich. I mean, I think those 3 colours work together anyway, but beautiful on their own. So there you have it. So you have 2 gorgeous strands there, very different. The faceting really creates the luster, but you can see optically how different they are in the way in which they look with the shine of the agate and the lovely luster of the shell pearl there. And then we've got the rose quartz, the rose coloured quartz. And these are 10mm as well. I'll get some carat weights for you in a mo. $280 carats there. And it gets its name, as you can imagine, from where it derives its colouring. Beautiful, almost a dusty antique pink rose quartz. It's not rose quartz. It's what did we call it earlier, darling? Ruby quartz. Thank you, darling. Yeah, ruby quartz. The ruby rose. I'm thinking of antique roses, and that's why I got that. So the ruby rose quartz, as it were, because you think of rose quartz, you think of those lovely, delicate candy floss pinks, but it's your ruby rose quartz. So it's that darker red, mauve colour of your quartz. And again, lovely patterning in that ruby rose quartz. 280 carats. Now the agate was 230 carats, and your burgundy, and we called it charcoal, sage and gold shell pearl. Obviously we don't measure as a carat weight. So 3 amazing, beautiful strands, very different in their qualities, very beautiful in their own individual right, all bundled together for a Friday special with Fifi and Debbie. And we've got a fantastic offer for you, so please take advantage early. It's a free phone number. It's not pence per minute, it's a free phone number. I'm definite about that. Brand new delicious bundle. Let's bundle! Angela's up for a bundle. She said that in a letter to me. She's all for a bit of bundling. £11.95 straight down. Under £12, less than £4 a strand. And for the ruby quartz as well, that beautiful ruby red coloured quartz. It's not like your bright ruby, it's a very sort of more sort of muted, lovely sort of antique dusty rose quartz. Then the pretty candy colours, the bauble colours of those gorgeous agates. And then they're almost like Christmas baubles, aren't they? The gold and the teal and the, well, I could keep calling it sage, I should say. The burgundy, the charcoal, the sage and the honey gold of the shell. I mean, even just each individual strand at that price, even at $9.95 each, would be brilliant. But they're working out at less than £4 a strand. So we bundle them together for a bundleicious offer. New today, is it a 24-hour only offer, my darling? Yes, indeed. So come 9:20 tomorrow morning, back to an original price point. But right now, that's if stocks last. Right now, all we need to know, if we're watching, is to take advantage so that we don't miss out. How are you going to interplay these into your designs? Because they're gorgeous either with or without each other, quite frankly. There's a lot on today's show, actually, that these would look fantastic with, separating them up. I'm not gonna lie, there's a bit of a queue forming. But you know what? It's a free phone number, so we want you to be successful. We want to answer that call. We want to get to that call. So we know you're waiting. The customer service centre can see you waiting. So please hang on in there, and we appreciate you paying. No queues on the phone line, on the website, sorry, www.jewellerymaker.com. You can buy online as well, establish your login, and roll over that 1 p.m. all day. So just let us know. Just phone the number. Oh, we've also had a lovely text. And this is from Samantha in Cheshire. This is for you, our Debbie. She says, hi, Fee. Fab top. Oh, do you like my top? I could have gotten to summer sale. Where did I get it from? Oh, I can't remember now. I'll have to look at the label. Anyway, it was a bargain. I'm glad you like it. I thought it was a bit raunch, innit? A bit raunch that with the slash sleeves. What do you reckon, Jack? A bit raunch. Oh, always giving me the wink. I got the wink from Jack. That's made my morning, that has. Oh, Debbie. Samantha from Cheshire says, I just watched DVDs. Debbie is a genius. I know. She says, I can't wait to try out her techniques. That's Sam in Warrington.
Oh, Sam.
You're a genius.
Oh, I know. I wish. I wish.
It's amazing we still got her on the show. Do you know what I mean? She's so in demand. So yeah, watch. Of course, Debbie's got the 2 DVDs out there as well, you see. You can actually experience her talents firsthand if you come and do a course with us.
Absolutely. Yes, I've got one on Monday.
One on Monday. What's the one on Monday, darling?
Mille Fury.
Mille Fury. I can never say it.
You just did.
Mille Fury.
Fury.
Mille Fury. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then you do your polymer clay and you do your
yes, doing chainmail.
Chainmail, the DVDs as well.
And the macrame we did, although Mark's about to do one. It's very good.
She can do everything. She can do everything. And now this is Jennifer from the city of Bristol. Oh, you two beautiful girls. Oh, Jennifer. She's loving your top feet. Oh, she likes the raunch. Rock on with the fab show from your fan, Jennifer in Bristol. Thank you, Jennifer. I've only got the one fan. It's Jennifer in Bristol. God bless you, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm glad you liked the top. It was a good bargain then. I'm glad I bought that. Do you like it, Paul? From a man's point of view. Not bad. Oh, not bad. Not bad. There you go. I'll take that as a great compliment from our Paul. Says he's a man of few words. Our Paul is on work experience this week, and he was with me Monday, Tuesday. Bless him, he can't get rid of me. He thought, I'll go on to Jewellery Maker today. I won't see you there. Didn't work. You'll fit in fine here with that sense of humour. $11.95 proving very popular, that bundle. So please, please, please get involved nice and early, and do keep your texts coming. We'd love to hear from you. It doesn't always have to be compliments that you're paying us, although we do like those, don't we, Debbie?
We do, really.
But if you do have any questions, especially as Debbie's with us today, she's the girl to ask. Hey, I've got another fan, Paul. I have a yellow letter. I didn't write it myself, or my mum write it. This is from Angela, and she says she loves all the gems. She loves it when we bring them to life. She says, bundle on. Yes, absolutely. She did giggle a lot at my muse. She says, when you're on the moon, how can you determine, if there was an avalanche? Because they were talking about this recently. Those poor climbers that were devastated in the Greece. And they were talking about, I was given the handy tip if you're caught in an avalanche. Sorry, it's not funny, is it? It's very serious, Paul. But if you don't know which way you're up, spit. And gravity, the laws of gravity will define whether you dig out that way or the other way. But then we were deciding what to do if you're on the moon as an avalanche. There's no gravity. I couldn't answer that one. But anyway, made Angela giggle. I'm hoping you wouldn't be on the moon and there was an avalanche. Do you know what I mean? There is gravity on the moon. Well, would the spit still work?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there we go. We've answered that one. Fantastic. Fantastic. Marvellous. There we go. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous to you, Angela. I loved your letter. Anyway, the other thing to do in an avalanche is put your hands over your face, just so you get some breathing space, because it rocks it goes hard like cement.
Do you often get in an avalanche?
No.
And the supermarket?
No. For some reason, it's these facts that I have to log, just in case.
Oh, right.
You just never know.
You never know.
You never know. Right. Shall we move on to our first new kit today?
Oh, dear.
An announcement. Is this to do with the warehouse? Indeed, I have the announcement. I know, I could do a live announcement, but we've got a little recording. Let's give you some up-to-date information about behind the scenes here at Jewellery Maker. But please, please, please take advantage of that brand new bundle today. It's only 50 seconds, and then we'll carry on bundling and rocking on today.
Hi all, firstly, thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 years. Now, as a result of our growth, we are completely out of space in our current warehouse. We even sometimes struggle to locate some of our existing stock, but we are working 24 hours a day to combat these situations, and we're actually introducing new measures on a daily basis. Now, as some of you are already aware, we will be moving into our new warehouse very soon, which is 5 times larger than our existing facility. So we would like to apologise in advance for any occasional inconvenience or delay that you may experience during this transitional period. Thank you again for your support.
The warehouse is moving, but we're still here. So thank you for your patience. And obviously during that transition, there may be some longer delivery times, but I hope you do appreciate that it's all for the better. It's all for storing more goodies as we expand. The expansion continues. Those of you that visit here in the studios will know exactly what that involves right now. We're just, upside down, inside out. So yeah, anyway, that bundle was brilliant. So I'm gonna keep that near to me, Jack, if that's all right, darling. Just because it's so fantastic, and I want to remind everybody of it later as well. Oh, my guests have arrived. Yeah, they have, baby. Let's look. Oh, chrome dioxide. This is from our Gems of Distinction range. We'll be talking more about this incredible chrome-rich dioxide. I mean, think fabulous emeralds with outstanding fiery clarity. Exceptionally rare gem though, but actually more affordable even than your most beautiful emeralds. And I know that sounds like a bonkers thing to say, but it's the truth. But it's becoming more and more depleted each time we return to Yakutia, Siberia, the Russian mines, simply because China is buying up a lot of this beautiful gem at the moment. You know, they're delving into the less traditional gems. They had a preference for your jadeite and what have you, but now they're moving into a lot of gems gemstones. But not just China, it's also the depletion of the original source as well, and Yakutia, Siberia is where we get the best. So, and the majority of it is faceted as well in China. Now we've also got the garnet. Oh, this is delicious in the square cubit cut, because you've got such a large surface area to play with. It's almost a slightly graduated strand. If I just show you the end of the strand from 3mm to 5mm, you can see the difference. We've got loads of surface area, and it's not quite coming across on screen here, no offense to our Paul, but this is a lot brighter in the reds than it appears right now. Loads of lovely light and colour, vivid reds in there. Beautiful surface area. It is going to be amazing, and it's coming up later on in the show. I'll talk to my producer, and because they've only just arrived in, so we'll establish a time for you and fill you in with that as soon as we can. I think one will be midday, won't it? And then the other one, just because I don't want you to miss it, you see, when it's on, it's gone. Yeah, I'll definitely do one at midday, and we'll choose a time for the other one as well. And so you can know, so you can set your alarms and not miss it. Now, have a little look. Brand new kit, beautiful. Think about that early bird special. Let's pop that in there as well, just to show you how fantastic it looks with the frosted amethyst in there, with the shell rounds. It works perfectly. And remember, that early bird special was only $7.95. There's a lot in that lovely early bundle as well. That early bundle you just got, that would work as well, wouldn't it? I mean, I just picked up the agate there, but there's no reason why you shouldn't mix. And you know what else? I mean, I just love, like Debbie, that early challenge that she's got, the greens with your purples. There's something about those polar opposite colours, they just pop. And actually, it was the other girls here on the show, the likes, you know, put beautiful reds as well with your purples. That works as well, because it's the mauve tones in the burgundy pearl as well that work beautifully as well. Wouldn't you agree? Looks gorgeous as well. There's a lot in that early bundle. Looks great, isn't there, with this kit? So, you know, we can really make our kits go even further with what we've already got this morning. Alrighty. Let's take you through the strands. Now, this kit is called Femininity. There we go. So let's start with my big, beautiful burgundy pearls. They're a really dark, rich burgundy. And these are burgundy shell plain rounds. These are 10mm. And again, the shell rounds reconstituted into that perfect roundness. So we get that beautiful perfection of, you know, what we would consider to be the most perfect symmetrical pearls, but it is obviously the shell of the pearl. So it is the organic material and given that lovely burgundy rich essence. This has a lovely evening glamorous look to it, this Femininity kit. We've also got the antique gold. It's like an antique rose gold. And these are 10mm as well, but they're faceted. And you can see when I put those side by side how different the reaction is with the light. The light is following the curvature of the pearl, bending around there to give us that lovely orient. But then on the faceted shell, it is dancing and reacting with every single hexagonal facet there. Gorgeous. And it's a lovely antique rose gold colour. Then we've also got the deep pearl. These are 8mm. This is more of a violet indigo shell pearl rounds. Again, faceted. So we get that gorgeous luster. And you can see why I was thinking of the evening light with the Femininity kit there. And our pièce de résistance is 90 carats of the frosted amethyst. 6mm rounds. All frosted. So again, if I just hold that amethyst out, you can just see how rich the tonality is of the amethyst, how uniformed it is. And it's those deeper, darker, medium tones. We don't want to do too dark. You want to see light reaction with the rich purples coming back to your eye. They are faceted, so we're getting luster, but it's frosted, it's more muted. It's got more of a satin finish, a matte finish. Beautiful finish. It really, because you've got so much luster and shine off your pearls, it's just a gorgeous contrast. Now we've got your threading materials as well. 80 meters of your monofilament, 50 meters of your beading thread, 6 meters of your clear elastic. There's all your gorgeous gemstone strands, 4 of those. Jewellery Maker, we deal in real gemstones here. And if you're new to some of the gems that I'm talking about today, chrome dioxide and the likes, you know, I'll be happy to sort of talk about that a little bit more as well. So I can fill you in on all of the gems and their properties and, you know, their rarity and their scarcity, because gems by their very nature, first of all, have to be 3 things: precious, rare and durable. So you're not a gem unless you meet that criteria. We've also got the findings in this kit. Now, the Femininity Jewellery Kit is put together with you in mind, whether you're a starter. Let's get started. Let's give you our free DVD and our booklets about how to get started. I mean, Debbie's here on hand to give us expert top tips live on the show. We do live demonstrations morning and night. We'd like to give you our free booklet about getting started. And 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. we have a part of the show every day, which, you know, is the basic starter techniques, introducing you to Jewellery Maker, but we give you that free, plus a DVD that you can stop, start, rewind and watch at your leisure to get you started. Give you that for absolutely free. And the findings, yeah, because the findings, what we're putting together in a kit is everything you need to start making jewellery. And this is what Debbie will have used in her designs that we're going to have a look at in a moment to inspire you further. But you have got over 100, well, you've got 100 pieces there of silver-plated copper findings there. Now, the shepherd hooks are 3 pairs. You've got 15 of the head pins. There you have the rundown. 15 of the bead covers, 10 of the jump rings, 10 of the beads, a metre of the silver-plated copper twist oval loop chain. You have the eye pins, 10 of those. You have a pair of the chandelier earrings. You have 20 of the crimp beads. You have a lovely heart toggle and clasp, a lovely round toggle and clasp, and the bolt ring clasp and jump ring as well. So 100 pieces of silver-plated copper. And of course, being silver-plated copper, it is very strong actually, because copper's the alloy they put in precious silver to give it that strength and that durability, and also to give it great affordability. And that's what you've got your 92.5% pure silver. That's what 925 silver stands for. So your copper is the alloy which strengthens it. So silver-plated copper is exceptionally strong for your jewellery, as Debbie will concur as well. So great to have those bead covers as well. I love those because they give such a lovely finish to the crimps and the designs. Your hair looks nice today, Debbie. Have you changed it, the style? Not that it looks horrible any other day. No. But it just looks slightly different today, darling.
Oh, does it?
Just glanced over it there.
Thank
I
you.
thought I must compliment her on her hair. Looks lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to join Debbie in a moment and look at the designs. Now, she's integrated some beautiful polymer clay, which we'll come to as well. But everything is in this kit that you need. Everything to get you started is in this kit to get you up and running. We'll also give you this month's hub, and there is the letters of the month in there. There is some extra top tips, black and gold there. There is a list of all the courses. You know, we're talking about the courses you can do with us here at Jewellery Maker. So if you want to experience further polymer clay, or the gemstone experience, or beading for beginners, or wirework, or bridal accessories, or gem art, the resin workshop, you know, it's all in there. How to get in touch with us with emails and Twitter, and I think Debbie's doing a brooch in this month. Are you doing a brooch in this month? Yeah, Debbie's design tip, yeah, brooch.
That's not mine. It's my face at the side of it, but I don't know whose that is. I've got my tip at the side, but I don't know whose.
Do you mean it's not your top tip?
No. Well, it is my top tip, but it's not my design. I don't know who the design is.
Oh, we've uncovered something rum in the building. Well. Oh yeah, it is a top tip. Sorry, the design, I've associated you with the kilt pin. That's just lovely. Oh, never mind, just take the credit, love. It is Debbie's top tip there, about a little blob of nail glue on the knot and the edges of your ribbon. Will keep the knot in place and stop the edges from fraying. There you go, top tip. But I've associated Debbie with that fantastic kilt pin design as well. But she's just fessed up, so she didn't do the kilt pin. However, it was me making the association, nobody else. Right, first new kit of the day. Everything you need that further with the DVD, with the booklet, with the gem hub, with the top tips from our designers. And you've got your beading materials, you've got your gemstones, you've got your findings. Everything you need, all for $24.95, an absolute steal. 4 strands, don't forget. So even if we took those 4 strands at a face value of £5 each, and you've got genuine amethyst there as well, then for another £5, 100 pieces of silver-plated copper, plus your monofilament, plus your beaded thread, plus your elastic, plus your 2 organza bags, plus your free DVD, plus your free booklet and your gem hub. All for $24.95. Great introduction to starting your new hobby as well. And we're going to hopefully enable that further and also inspire our already creative designers further with Debbie's designs, which are fabulous. Oh, fantastic. We've gone for some simply with gems, and also you've
Yes.
integrated your speciality here as well.
Yes, I have. Yes, some of them I shall sort of talk about later and show you how to do. But started off just with the weave on the necklace, and that's just the gems, and I think they just look stunning.
They
Grouped together, I think the colours look stunning.
So
That
pretty.
look better on a white bust. You wouldn't be able to see
Yeah,
it,
well, it
so-
might do actually, darling. I love this.
There you
What we've just got here. This, I think you've coiled one of the pins. Have you a head or an eye
Yes.
pin? You've done a lovely coil just to bring them in loops.
Just to separate,
with
that's
9
right.
or so. Yeah,
That looks better.
gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look like bunches of berries. I think that's
don't they
beautiful.
just? So there's that
Lovely
little
colours.
coil. Yeah. So was it 3 strands, honey? And then
Yes.
yeah. So you've got your amethyst and the purple shell, and then the mauve, and then the antique rose pink. And there's the little coils. You see, I've not seen that done before. I really like that. Just brings it together but separates them as well.
because when you have pearls, it's very difficult sometimes because they haven't got a very large hole.
Yes.
I mean, some of these had actually, they're quite good. To do things that are anything but one strand.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do multi-strand, but
Yeah.
if you've got the head pins, it just brings all the strands together.
Gorgeous. And then just separating with the amethyst at the top,
Yep.
just narrowing towards the nape of the neck there as well. Stunning. Just goes to show you how rich and opulent your pieces can look. And that's all the strands there, but it's not using all of the gems, because you've got these very pretty simple earrings here as well. And I love this colour. It's a lovely
It is, it's
minky
pretty,
pink, isn't it?
I just had 2 beads left over and I thought, right, I should just pop them on. Yes, it is actually. It is a minky sort
minky
of colour.
pink, isn't it? I mean, we
Really
called it a sort of
pretty.
a gold, an antique gold, but it's more of a minky pink.
It is.
So is that just on a
Just on a head pin.
On a head
just
pin
really
there.
Simple. Really
and your
simple.
shepherd's hooks which are in the kit?
Yep. And then, because we're doing Lisa Bavelka today, doing the foils and texture sheets
Yes,
and what have you.
indeed.
I know people have seen this before, but it is quite popular. I've been asked to do it again. This is a pendant made with some of the gems. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's
Again,
it, maybe, yeah.
that's-
Thank you, darling.
Where I've just used the texture sheets and the foils, which I'll demonstrate later, and then just cut that out as a pendant drop.
And then that works beautifully then with your pearls and your shell pearl there,
That's
and your
right.
beading wires for a lovely elongated, longer, dramatic pendant necklace.
If I was making it at home, I'd probably put it on black cord or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or black leather, which would look lovely.
Yes, which we do have as well on the website as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
Those extra threading materials, but as I said, Debbie's remit is only to use what's
That's
in
right.
the kit. But we've got a little bit extra today because of the nature of the show.
Right. That's
So
just
then,
really fun.
I love the
thought
bunching.
For kids, that it's
Your
so
tassels.
easy to do.
Yeah, it's
The
lovely.
tassels are easy to do, and I had a little bit left over from doing some other bits and pieces, and I cut a slice, and I thought, oh, that looks quite nice. So I just wove it onto the pendant. It's just fun. You know, children could do this with lots of different colours. And it's got a little bit of flash of the foil on it
Yeah,
as well.
love that little
that's
bit
just
of flash of
scrap,
foil.
really. That's just a pendant made from the scrap left over. But
Looks
anyway,
fantastic for scrap. It's fantastic, Debbie. And then you've got some lovely little beads that you've made and integrated those with the shells on there. This is the silver chain, silver plated chain, isn't it, in the kit?
that's right.
So that looks fantastic, doesn't it? And then a lovely pair of earrings to match.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then my favourite, I think, is this pendant. I wanted to use the gemstones, but to show how the Sculpey clay can go with them. The clay and the gemstones do work together. I think they complement each other. And this has like a flash of foil. It has a
Yes.
stripe going through, just with all the different colours, the colours of purples and pinks. And then picked up some of the purple foils.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Which I really like that one.
And then a little
Little
bit of gem
dangle.
dangle there.
That's
and
right.
this looks fantastic when you pieced all of those gems together, threaded
Don't
on
they
the...
look lovely?
Don't they just?
They
I
look
love all the
really
different
pretty.
sizes.
Yes, they look really. I just did that randomly. I
Fantastic.
think it's really, really pretty.
Gorgeous there. Just amazing how well those strands go together, and it's lovely to see that different sizing and that different movement, and then some of your lovely bead balls in there as well, which are in the kit, just separating it all up.
That's right.
Gives it that
And you think
richness.
this necklace actually is quite gem heavy. And that
Yeah,
one.
I know, it's full
gone
on.
a long way, hasn't
It's gone
it?
a long way, and you've still integrated them in the other designs as well.
That's right.
I mean, look, and your bracelet, I know you've got your polymer clay in the bracelet, but there's a lot of gem in the bracelet
There is.
as well.
I could have separated that out with pins again, you know, twisted pins, but I just thought I'd just stick some little discs in. I think
And-
actually pins would look better, but I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, I like it. I like it. And you've got the foil, you've got the foil on there as
Yes,
well, again.
two different
yeah.
foils on either side.
Funky, it's really
There's
fun.
a lot of gems here.
Yeah.
They go a long way. They really do.
They really do. And further, if you want to integrate something else like
Yeah.
the polymer clay, but
Absolutely.
it stands alone anyway as a very
does,
full kit, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I do like that. That's quite nice.
And if you're thinking, what's this polymer clay they keep talking about? We are going to delve deeper into that later on in the show and talk about the Lisa Val clay foils and the little, not the to-dos, the transfers. I'm determined to get you tatted up, aren't I, today?
Yeah, do that now.
Let's get some on the arm, tattooed. So we'll be showing you how to integrate that into your designs anyway. But for the kit alone right now, $24.95. And as you can see, even if we didn't have the actual polymer clay within the designs there, they'd all stand alone anyway, because you've got a lovely necklace that could have just ended with a bit of a tassel, lovely chain tassel anyway, lovely weave on the bracelet and the necklace. It would have just been a little bit shorter. Maybe you might have something in your stash at home anyway, but you can see how it stands alone anyway. So under £25, beautiful kit.
Really good value, and the colours go beautifully together. They really do. Very, very regal.
I forgot to say what we can make.
Right.
Let me show you something.
Well, the designs I've done here are so simple, and you've seen them over and over and over and over again. So I thought, I'm not going to do anything that's on there. I'll do something different. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to use as my prop the sculpted clay.
I saw you wandering around that earlier.
Yes. And I'm not going to use the varnish, obviously. I'm going to use it as something to wind some wire around. I know the wire is not in the kit, but we have got some on the website now.
What thickness are you using, honey?
This is 0.6, I think. 0.6? Yes, 0.6. So I'm going to use this. You can use anything really. You can use a pen, you can use the top of a nail varnish bottle, you can whatever size you want. You'll see what I'm making in a second. Twist that around. So you've got 3 or 4 twists of wire. Okay. And then with the short piece and the long, a bit of a twist and take it off. Right. And with the short piece, just secure all those pieces of wire together. Right, and I'm going to cut that. And just make sure you haven't got a scratchy bit, just fold it in inside. Now that looks quite scruffy at the moment, but what I'm going to do is one I made earlier. If I can just swap it over.
Very big.
Here's a smaller piece. I mean, that could be a ring if you wanted to, and then wind it round with the bead on the top. But what I'm going to do is push the wire through the ring twice and then pop another bead on and the hole. And these holes are fantastic because if you were to have just freshwater pearls, you'd struggle to get wire through.
Yes, you did say that earlier. I think it's because the shell pearl, they've got a little bit more width in the diameter of the hole.
You could ream them, obviously, but these, I was amazed, and the dark purple ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get 7 or 8 strands of
the shell
beading
ones as
thread.
well.
Yeah, those are shell. They are superb, and it's nice to be able to do that.
Exactly, because it just gives you more difference in your design, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit different with the designers because we've got to work with just what's in the kit.
Yeah.
If we see something like that, we think, oh, fantastic, we can do a different design. I'm just going to put one more on after this, and you'll see what I've made. This is a nice idea if you've just got 1 or 2 beads left over at the end of your design. To make a gemstone ring. That can be used on its own, or, as I made earlier, a larger one using the coil that I had around the jar of Sculpey, and then take the top of your wire, coil it down, and there you have a pendant.
Yeah. Like gorgeous. See, that would look lovely on the end of your, if we didn't have the Sculpey clay in that design, on the end of your lovely necklace there.
I mean, that I've seen done with different sizes and had 4 or 5 rings and had it really chunky, but started off with something really tiny with your seed beads, gone bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. When I've put smaller ones and larger ones on the inside. but just for quickness,
Isn't that
really.
gorgeous?
It's just a nice way of using up just 1 or 2 beads.
Yeah, and that and the wire there, brilliant. Yeah, fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you, Debbie. Gorgeous. So our first new kit of the day. We've still got 2 more to bring you, as well as our delving into the the polymer clay. Not sculpey.
Yes.
It's sculpey clay,
Yeah.
polymer clay.
Polymer clay
with
made
our
by
foils.
sculpey.
But let's have a little look at some of your designs this week on the Wall of Fame.
Okay, oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love doing this bead
wow.
weaving. Yeah, I do this a lot at home. I love this. Number 73.
That tiger's eye, 'cause we've got some tiger's eye coming up later on.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it. This is from Devin from Shepshed. Hey, Jewellery Maker, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. I've entered 6 so far. This 1 and 4 have been shown. Oh, well done.
Well, I say.
This is made from a flat spiral for seed beads. When I tried it with real gemstones, it mainly consists of tiger's eye, you're right, down the centre and tiger's eye round the side, and seed beads to top it off. I hope this gets shown on the Wall of Fame. Devin, that's wonderful.
That is a beautiful piece of jewellery. Gorgeous. We've got some tiger's eye coming up later on as well. If you love your
lovely.
tiger's
Love
eye,
that.
the great bundle, but it's that beading, that seed beading around it. It's just beautiful. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Another one shown, you see. Number 75, Pink to Make the Boys Wink. This is from Debs in Coventry. So another Debs. And 3-strand pack of faceted pink quartz, and also some components from another kit I bought for myself. Hope you like it. We love it, Debs. I love the way you got the different tones of the actual pinks in there as well. Very, very pretty. It's not dissimilar. You know, we were just talking about your necklace, the different, the sizes. Gorgeous there with the top as well. So good luck. You're number 75.
This is number 74. I love the way they've displayed them.
I know, the displays are beautiful.
Yeah, it's number 74. This is from Yvonne. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
In Aberdeenshire. Hi, this is my very first entry to the Wall of Fame.
Gosh.
I hope it makes it. I only started making jewellery on the beginning of January this year. I came across your programme at the end of December 2011. I'm truly hooked and love making jewellery all the time. I am hoping to do a jewellery party before Christmas so I can sell some pieces and buy some more gemstones. I made this out of black onyx, shell pearls, silver beads, silver chain, all from Jewellery Maker, and a pendant from my stash. I hope you like it. That's beautiful.
Well, if your party's full of jewellery
Absolutely.
containing like that, well, it'll be a
Beautiful.
sellout success then, yeah.
I love that.
Fantastic. We need to go to that party. Beautiful.
Can't go wrong with monochrome.
You
can
can't.
Really?
And again,
Beautiful.
fantastic gizmo work here. This is
yeah.
number
Like
76. This is Eileen from Derbyshire. And again, another first entry. It was so good to see these first entries coming in. And it's her first piece using gizmo coils. She says, I need to practice the class, but I'm loving it. Love the show, totally addicted. And she watches the late shows on the day she works on her computer in secret. Oh, Eileen, yeah, I hope I'm giving that away. Why not? Why not? Us ladies can multitask.
Absolutely.
Keep sending your texts in. We've had a lovely text from Valerie. Hi, Fee and Debbie. Got a day off work. And how better to spend it than watching Jewellery Maker with you two ladies? Oh, looking forward to the Elvis show. My friend said she'll swap her day off with me if I'm working. Oh, Valerie, I love your dedication.
Oh, yes.
You've got a good friend there. You can't miss the Elvis show. It's gonna have lots
no.
of fun and competitions. And
You will.
let's have some more texts as well, because we can draw on Debbie today and ask her any questions. You know, today's the day, especially with your clay and your foiling and your designs. This is from Norma. And you read this one? You read this one for me?
I can.
Wendy. This is from Wendy.
Okay. Hi guys, Fee, I'm your fan too.
Oh, I've got two.
You always cheer me up. You just love your enthusiasm and can't wait to see Debbie's designs. Wendy in Staffordshire.
There we go, Debbie. Well, we've seen some, and they're just a taste of what's to come. There's loads more down there, and loads of amazing top tips. If you want to send your text in, please send it into 60777. Start your message JM Studio. Again, it can be anything. You could just be giving us a shout out, saying hi, what you're up to, or if you've got a definite question for Debbie, then she's more than happy to help, because I always think it's the best time to do it when we're live. This is from, oh, it's from my namesake, Fiona in the West Midlands. She's first chance in ages that I've had a whole morning to myself to enjoy Jewellery Maker. And so good to see you both. Phone's off the hook so no one can interrupt my treat. Good for you, Fee. She said, I'm sanding and buffing lots of my polymer clay makes today. So it's great to see you on screen, inspiring me as usual, Debbie. Happy Friday! That's Fiona in Harley. There we go. So she's she working as she watches.
I know, I was reading that as you were talking there, thinking, gosh, sanding and buffing, that's the one job that I think...
Is that the bit you don't like?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I've got some tips on how to get around that. It just takes a long time.
Oh,
that's
right,
the
okay.
bit that you think...
It's a faff.
I've got some tips on that. That's why I was reading your text thinking, how you feel?
Well, that's why she's got Jewellery Maker on in the background,
Yes.
so she can enjoy herself while she's buffing and sanding. Alrighty, so we'll draw on Debbie's talents later and draw on those top tips. Keep your texts coming, but you might want to know how to enter the Wall of Fame, how to get your design shown, and let's find out how.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just nothing. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
Hi all, firstly, thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 years. Now, as a result of our growth, we are completely out of space in our current warehouse. We even sometimes struggle to locate some of our existing stock, but we are working 24 hours a day to combat these situations, and we're actually introducing new measures on a daily basis. Now, as some of you are already aware, we will be moving into our new warehouse very soon, which is 5 times larger than our existing facility. So we would like to apologise in advance for any occasional inconvenience or delay that you may experience during this transitional period. Thank you again for your support.
New to polymer clay? Then why not come and join us on our Polymer Clay for Beginners course? Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through the basic techniques of creating bead shapes, basic canes, pendants, feature beads and much more. You will get the chance to design and craft your own pieces, which you can then take home. During the course of the day, you will get to have a backstage tour of the studios, meet the presenters and have a trip to our jewellery shop. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, buffet style lunch and refreshments, all for just $64.95. For details of course dates and availability, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Hi, welcome back. Now we're going to bring you some more bundleicious bundles. Let's bundle! And then we'll do some polymer clay. But I just want to flag up for you, 11 o'clock I'm going to do my very dear friend, the gorgeous garnet. So this will be at 11 o'clock, because I don't want you to miss out on the fantastic gems of distinction, because their quality is so beautiful, and this is such a rich, opulent, fabulous garnet. You know, pure. It still has colour, even you don't have it. You know how some minerals and chemical impurities colour other gemstones. Well, pure garnet is literally, it still has colour, even in its most purest form. So this is just pure, beautiful, vivid reds, and it's the red that we most often encounter, but it's just such a lovely intensity. It's got such fantastic hardness and great for your jewellery making, and that's going to come up at 11 o'clock today. So that's a beautiful example of what garnet should be. And then at 12 midday, like I said, that fantastic rich. I mean, do think of your emerald colours, but pair it with clarity, and you've got a winner. And what month? We're in July now, so May, June, July, August. These are the months when you can actually access the mines, because as I said before, it's the coldest place in the northern hemisphere, -77 degrees. When you just can't access the mines. And what's happening more and more? We just recently came back from the gem fairs of Tanzania, and we go to Hong Kong, and we go to 4 trips. We've come back, for us this channel, Gems TV, we've come back with no chrome dioxide, because it's the lower grade and the price points have been too high, because it's rising price, because the mines become more depleted, and because the Asian market is buying up a lot of this beautiful gem as well. So the market in Asia there. So yeah, so that's a fantastic buy at 12 o'clock and 11 o'clock. So please don't miss out on that, because the quality is so top notch. Right, let's have a bit of bundleicious bundling. Yeah, okay, and then we'll get ready for a bit of Botswana. Oh yeah, had to get that out of my system. Can't have a day without Botswana, can you, Jack? It's the cry of the gods. Oh, she was in a funny fog then. Like the mist this morning. It's dirty out. I don't know if it's dirty out there still, but it was dirty this morning. Don't bother. Don't get out of bed. Just have a nice cup of tea with myself and Debbie. It's dirty out there. Dirty, drizzly, dirty rain all the way down the M1. Filthy dirty. Don't bother going outside. It's horrible. Stay with myself and Debbie, and we'll bring a bit of sunshine into indoors. Alrighty, look at this lovely agate. These gorgeous russet brick browns and beautiful powder blues. The fire agate, it's got the dye there, so it gives you a very distinctive feel and look to the design. Red and the powder blue and the little honeycomb patterning of the whites. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Now this is what we call our red and blue cracked agate, 10mm, 250 carats. Yeah, and already I love the strand. I think it's fantastic interplay of surface patterns, luster. Can you see that on the faceting? And the gorgeous, I love those two colours together. It's not something you see very often, is it? We don't see a lot of the sort of the powder blue and the brick red together, do we, Debbie?
Well, you don't actually. Quite
No.
patriotic, isn't it, really?
It's like you with your orange and blue on your skirt today.
Yes.
Oh, and then this is Debbie's colours today. Oh, look at these. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a quick glug. "14mm red agate puffy coins, 255 carats. And again, some great tone within this. We've got the lighter orange peachy mandarin colours moving into dark, sumptuous mandarin reds. The faceting is superb because it creates such a lovely gleam on your gems and gives them a distinction and a distinctive look. And look at the lovely shapes we've got to play with here in our bundle as well, because it's nice to have the different shapes to work with in our designs, whether we're creating a lovely ring, as Debbie just did, or a tassel effect. Possibilities are more exciting with our jewellery making. And then a lovely sturdy foil. I mean, if you've got the early bird, well, it was actually the challenge that I set for Debbie, which was on about the green aventurine with a black onyx or a black agate, how fabulous it looked. Well, this is perfect for you. It's actually your stripe agate. So in some you'll see the lovely distinctive ebony and ivory, as it were. And some, they'll just be pure black. Some will have the circular rings, like looking at a far distant galaxy. Some will be very distinctive and patterned and ornamental. Will be a little more less so, or a little bit more blended. They're beautiful, aren't they? Very distinctive. So your banded black stripe agate, 10mm, and that is 240 carats there. So 3 fantastic versatile strands. We can already see them 3 working together. Can you? Can you see those 3 work? And in fact, there's a kit later on as well. You've probably guessed from the bracelet I'm wearing how nice, the strand of the black agate, the stripe agate, would look with it, because there is the more muted. It could be the agate or the onyx there, and the silver pearl. So that's in one of the new kits later on as well, and already that fits beautifully with what we've got in this fantastic bundle. So 3 gorgeous strands, 3 genuine gemstone strands, 250 carats of the red and blue agate, 255 of the red agate coins, 240 carats. So 745 carats, a brand new today. for a bundleicious, beautiful price of £17.95. It's like you buy two and you get one free, isn't it, when you add it all up? So £6 a strand, an absolute steal, especially when you consider perhaps even on Jewellery Maker standards that we should be retailing those at £9.95 each. But we've bundled them together to give you that built-in affordability, to give you the chance to work with gems that are perhaps you don't see very often, like the lovely red and blue cracked agate, to give you a chance to work with those different shapes perhaps that you haven't worked with. I haven't seen the red and blue cracked agate anywhere else, even separately. In fact, I don't even think we've got something like that on the web, have we? No. So it's only in the bundle today. So we just need to be dialing, make sure. So £6 a strand. Gorgeous quality. Let me just put a couple of those up to the neck, Jack, there, because love these two together, that blue, and then it's almost like a carnelian red, isn't it? It's just so rich. Like gorgeous. Beautiful luster, really well cut. You know, even if you're creating a bib layered or twisting, just fantastic. And then the black anyway, which is just such a fantastic foil for everything. You know, I know it's got the banding on there, but that just gives it that extra burst, extra buzz. But beautiful with all the gems that we've probably seen today as well. £17.95 for all three while stocks last, and especially if you want that celebrated blue and the red of the agate there with that fantastic honeycomb frosting. It looks like, again, like a beautiful ancient marble. And then the distinctive banding, so pretty. I mean, you look at that finesse and the layering there, and you just think, that's nature at her best. We've polished, we've faceted, so that we can bring out that best, so that we can unlock that beauty, whether it be the colour we're going for. Because in coloured gemstones, it is essentially colour. And it's getting that vividness, that depth of colour right. It's getting that tonality right in the correct gems. We'll talk more about this with the chrome dioxide and garnet especially. And of course the faceting has to unlock all of that. And if we've gone for good quality gems like you can see here on your screen, then it makes the lapidist's job even easier. So £6 a strand. That's a bargain, Debbie, isn't it? Bargain, darling.
Oh, absolute bargain.
It is,
I think it's beautiful because you don't have to use it all together.
No.
When you buy something like this, don't think you have to just use it all together in one go. I've got beads that I've had for 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
And I've got them because I thought, yeah, okay, in the future, I know I'm going to use those. They're
Especially when it's something you don't see very often.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful.
We
Really
often
lovely.
read on the emails as well, people saying, oh, and I stumbled across this pendant dash.
Well,
I forgot I bought it 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, yes, that's right. Or if you know some beading groups, get together and do some bead swaps.
Yeah, swapsies. It's like swap shop, yeah. We should do that, swap shop. £17.95 gem swap. Gem swap. Please make sure you're not swapping these though. You will want to hold on to these. Don't let your best friend see these. She'll be nabbing them off you, saying, I just need 1 or 2. That old ruse, yeah. That old chestnut, suddenly half your strand's gone. I just need 1 or 2 of these. Where's my strand gone? That lovely strand, my favourite strand. Where's that gone? Keep that box separate. Keep that box separate. You can look at the rest of the stash, but not that one. £17.95. Is it time for Botswana? I believe it is. It's always time for Botswana, Jack. No matter what time of day, isn't it, darling? Always time for Botswana in our lives. And, you know, I have a bit of fun with this gem, but essentially it's the most royal of your beautiful agates. It's one of the most celebrated, one of the most sought after, one of the most expensive agates on the gem market. Now I've got the agate plus the Botswana. So I've got 3 beautiful strands, one of the jaspers, and then 2 of the agates. They're a closely related family, and it's to do with the crystal makeup. Chalcedony is a form, the agate vice versa. They're one and the same, but it's just to do with the size of the crystal makeup and obviously the minerals which colour them, but they are very closely related. So let's have a little look. You've got I'll get the carat weights up for you because you've got 10mm there, and we've got the 8mm. And the joyous colours there as well. So 250 carats of your 10, and the 8mm are 150. So I've got 250 carats of my Botswana agate plain rounds. The leaf jasper, these are 250 carats in the centre there. And then I've got 150 carats of the 8mm Botswana. So let me just grab the Botswanas. We'll talk more about that leaf jasper because it's very similar in tone, but you'll notice a very distinctive difference in the patterning. I mean, look at this. I mean, honestly, I always go on about this because it's just so beautiful. I know Debbie's a big fan as well. And I remember one of her bracelets, she just re-stranded it, and left the gems as they were because they were just so beautiful. And just look at that quality, look at that. That is drawn by nature. That is the layers of the agate rolling down the landscape, solidifying, mixing with the flora and the fauna, and then becoming this ancient, beautiful royal of the agate. I mean, gorgeous, just look at that, the rounds, the little orbs. The colours were moving between the gold to the browns, to the milky whites, to the silvers, to the peaches. It's like the gorgeous colours of the horizon. And they just hypnotise you. Their beauty just draws you in because look along the length of that variation that you've got. The circular movement, the angular movement of the linear lines that nature has drawn. I mean, that gorgeous orb of pink there as well, and then the chalky milky white, but then you turn it and there's a burgundy mauve hint there, smoky quartz coloured, and move along and you've got milk and honey there, a very opaque side plus a very semi-translucent side there as well. Move it along further and there's such variation in the strand. There, your beautiful 8mm. It is hypnotic. That is all drawn by nature. That's all the natural beauty, this fantastic gem and its presence, which is just gorgeous. It's very hard not to put this down because you can just, I mean, look how finely drawn. They're like feathers. They really are so fine. And, you know, we've cut these so that, you know, we bring out that intricate patterning. So it's very at the foreground of each gem, so you can see the most interesting matrix of the patterns, whether they be cloudy or wibbly or linear or very clearly defined. A fine pen is just, oh, it's just beautiful. Semi-translucent, you know, you get that glow through them. Some that are very opaque, some that are the milk and the honey, like your chrysoberyl. Oh, that one, gosh, it's just oh, it's just hypnotic, totally beautiful. Your Botswana agate. You've never seen this beautiful gem in the flesh. I'll know there'll be buyers there that have already bought this before and will be coming back in for some more because it is the most royal and most celebrated, and it is to do with that very fine beauty of the patterning, the lovely hypnotic colours of the silver to the pinks to the roses to the golds to the smoky quartz to the steely blues. You don't really have to do a lot with Botswana. It just stands alone, even if you just re-stranded. There's just such a wonderful array of colour play in a very delicate, muted, soft tone. And then the intricacy of the patterns on the gems are just so finely drawn and weaved that they just draw. Now, to differentiate between that and your jasper, because you can see there is a semi-translucency. What do I mean by that? There is a semi-transparency. Light can actually go through some of these gems and you can see, for instance, can you see the strand through there, through the gemstone itself? So, you know, like a painted wall, you can actually see light travelling through the crystal structure. Jasper, you don't tend to see that because the crystals are more finely grained, they're more crypto, they're more tightly packed, they're more compacted. So it tends to be more of an opaque gemstone, as you see here. And the patterns on the bamboo leaf, are like fern, are like foliage, are very random, mottled, but just as beautiful. And don't those subdued tones work so well with the Botswana there? If I look at that one there, can you see that leaf-like pattern? Very distinctive, like leaves themselves, like the leaves. More mottled, more haphazard. I would say that, you know, you've got more of a finely drawn line on your Botswana, whether it be layered and moving. Oh, look at that. And then more of a haphazard, like leaves when they fall, like branches, like foliage when it starts to mat down. It's just... What have they got to do? They've got to buy it, haven't they?
Oh, it's my favourite gemstone.
Do you remember that bracelet?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I wear it ever such a lot.
Yeah.
It's just so
I copied and did the
beautiful.
same.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just made a bracelet out of it, just restranded.
I just think it's just so beautiful, and every single stone is so different.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I mean, you can wear those with the steel greys coming in for the winter,
Ooh,
or
yeah.
camel sort of colours, and it looks really expensive. It
Yes.
looks, you know, classic.
Yeah, it is the most highly valued of your agates there, yeah.
Beautiful.
It does, it looks like a lot more than what you pay for it here at Jewellery Maker.
Absolutely.
And talking of those colours for the autumn, I mean, Debbie just picked up on something perfect there, the steely greys. We were talking about this with Natalia last week, and the antique rose pink, the rhapsody colours as well. Those softer tones as well for autumn, perfect. But you won't need to do much. I mean, the silver pearls of that kit coming up later on as well. Look how beautiful they mix in with your Botswana and your bamboo leaf. I'd be hard pushed to find anything that this doesn't go with. I can't put a price on this beauty. She's too beautiful. And you've got 2 strands there plus your bamboo leaf. But we're gonna. For 650 carats. Oh, it's a steal. Get it, grab it, have it, buy it. Don't miss out on it. Please don't. Even if you just want to experience firsthand the beauty of the Botswana. There's a reason why Debbie and I love it. And it's not, we're not just saying that technique point of view. It is genuinely that beautiful. The reason I get so passionate about it is because I want you to experience that beauty firsthand. Text me in. Text me in when it's, tell me what you thought about the Botswana. If you thought it was a big pile of pants, let me know. I don't mind. You don't buy it, you know that. But it won't be a pile of pants, will it, Debbie?
Absolutely not.
No pants involved in this.
Oh, no pants involved at all. No.
Exactly. Just pure gorgeousness. And this is a great offer for you to experience this beautiful gem first. And you've got the bamboo leaf. I wouldn't even, $14.95 just for one of those royal agates there would be, he's the prince. He really is the daddy over the agate world. Don't get me wrong, I do love the agate. I love that fire agate. That's another big favourite of mine. But you can't beat Botswana. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the world leader there. Beautiful. And with that bamboo leaf as well. £5 a strand. That's naughtiness, that is. Naughtiness. But it's naughtiness on a Friday, and I love it because it's the start of the weekend. Please don't miss out. It's a free phone number. What's that, darling? There are lots of callers on the phone. They know it's not pants. There's nothing pants about Botswana. It's all gorgeousness. All just pure gorgeousness. Oh, right. I thought you wanted me to say pants again. Botswana! I don't know why they've got this fascination with pants, but there you go. $14.95. I thought I must get off that subject. People think I'm talking about something else here this morning. They've just tuned in. What's that girl going on about? We are going on about Botswana, the most beautiful of the... I mean, just look at that close up. We're climbing in with a magnification that's greater than a jeweler's loop, just so you can see. Now, you can see how opaque. It's like an ivory egg or a marbled egg, isn't it? The bamboo leaf with haphazard patterns. But then, ooh, and I don't mean to overshadow that beautiful bamboo leaf because I do love the bamboo leaf, Jasper. I can't remember the lady who was with me, a designer, and she was talking about she'd only ever seen the bamboo leaf in America. She'd never been able to get it over here, the silver bamboo leaf, and she was telling me about the prices over there as well in the USA, and she was amazed at what we could, I can't for the life, it was one of the very early shows, so I'm going to go back about 2 years ago now. Yeah, so I don't want to overshadow the beauty of that bamboo leaf as well, because that is a beautiful gem in its own right and a very precious, gorgeous agate. But Jasper, I'm obsessed. And I want you to get obsessed with this beautiful gem, because although, you probably think, oh, fees on bamboo, there's going to be some Botswana. There often isn't. When was the last time we had it? I think they just save it up for me because I just love it so much. And I insist you have it. You've got your 30-day trial, 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't think that is the essence of oh, look at that one. I can't even draw lines that tiny. How fine the brush strokes are. It's not even coming across on the camera because it's so fine. Oh. Well, Christine's just texted it. It says Botswana agate takes her back to her childhood because it reminds her of the marbles. Because they had the lovely patterns in there, didn't they? Better the marbles though, isn't it, Christine? Let's be wearing them. Beautiful, genuine gems, rolling lava, falling across the landscape, creating layers and fine lines and then crystallizing. It's a miracle of nature that even these lines get drawn and then we cut them so you see the most beauty, the most color and the most fabulous patterns. And you've got that on your bamboo leaf as well. $14.95. Get it, bag it, have it in your basket. PGG C78. I could spend 4 hours on that, but I must move over to the gorgeous Deborah and the fantastic polymer clay work she's going to be doing. But don't think, oh, and do you know what? This would be heaven together. And I say that because of the colours of those. Oh, put a bit of Botswana with agate. Look at those, look at that. You see pink tones in there? There's some lovely rose pinks in there. That would be perfect with that garnet. And then the reds. That garnet's coming up at 11 o'clock. We've got 40 minutes before that becomes, and I'm not joking, a sellout success. And then my gorgeous chrome dioxide at 12 o'clock. So please don't miss our gems of distinction, 11 o'clock. But right now I'm going to go see Debbie. We're going to talk about the polymer clay, the foils and the transfers. Getting all set up. Are you ready for me, darling?
I am. Oh yes,
all
come
right.
over, yes.
Everyone's waiting for the polymer clay, I hear you say. Of course we are. Loads of text messages. Debbie, loads of text messages, darling.
Okay, that's all right. Do as many as we possibly
They just
can.
love you, darling. You are the queen of Jewellery Maker.
I don't know about that.
She is the queen. She rules supreme.
No.
Right, my darling. Shall we start with the fundamentals
We can do.
and then get down to the nitty gritty?
Right, this is really for people who've got the basic kit where you've got your blades, you've got your bits and pieces, your acrylics, and this is really taking you to the next stage. We've got the roller, pasta roller, which you'll see me use here, which is not essential, but once you've used it, you will wonder how on earth you did this without.
Exactly. It's
brilliant.
essential.
It is really. Then you've got your baking rack, which I find very, very useful to put all of your beads onto, to cutting guide, as the little pins to pop your beads onto. Perfect. But today we're really concentrating on the Lisa Pavelka products because I personally have never found foils that are so shiny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of foils out there that you have to burnish with pressure. This is with heat, really, not with a heat gun, but just you'll see how I do this in a minute. But a lot of them lose a little bit of their shine when they're baked. This doesn't. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is lovely. Very, very strong. Perfect colours, absolutely perfect colours. Another thing which we haven't really looked on at a lot are these.
As you said, tattoos.
They are like tattoos. I used to have these when I was little. I used to have the water tattoos. Yeah. These are the water slide transfers. Now we do them in colour and we do them in black and white. These are the black and white ones. As you can see from the picture there, they are very good for steampunk looking jewellery. One's into watch parks. I know that Hannah Oxbury does some fabulous steampunk jewellery with polymer clay. This ideal, absolutely ideal. And I'll show you how to use these in a moment. They are very easy to use. Can be used as borders, they can be used as individual charms. They're really, really useful. So that's that one. And then we go to the texture sheets. Now the reason I love her texture sheets, I have texture sheets from other people that I've used, but they crack after a time. And if you want to put texture onto either side of your beads, these are so soft you can just crumple them up. You can put them in the dishwasher if you want to.
Okay.
I will show you next week when I do my 2-day show on resin and clay, which I'll talk about later.
Yeah.
I fill these with resin and then crack the patterns out and use them in the pendants, which you'll see me do next week.
And they still sustain their...
Yeah, absolutely. They
stay
come
as
out
is.
perfect.
Brilliant.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. They are very, very good, and they're very deep. The pattern has to be quite deep when you're using polymer clay.
Yeah.
Unlike silver clay, you have to really put some pressure on.
Yes, yeah. So that's great because we use that with our resin next week.
Well, exactly, yep. So that's that. And then we have the Sculpey Clay DVD. I've done 2 of these. One is the basics and one is projects. The basics goes through the standard 3 canes that are in every project that you see in any magazine. And this one just takes you a little bit further and shows you how to use some of the foils and how to use those canes in further projects.
That's edition 2, isn't it? So
Yeah,
we've already got
that's
edition
right.
1. Go for this one because that was with the foils as well.
Absolutely.
And you've got your different clays here.
You've got your different packs. You've got your
Yeah.
Jubilee, you've got your mosaic pack and the vintage pack.
Yeah.
And of course the cutters, and I don't know how Jewellery Maker do these so cheap, but these beautiful little cutters, and they are so useful, especially if you're using the water slide transfers for doing charms or what have you, because they fit perfectly into the designs. And one thing which we often forget to mention are the glazes or the varnishes.
Finishing touches
This
there.
just finishes off your beads. They can make your beads look like glass. They protect your beads from any food colourings or what have you.
Can we put that over the foil?
Yes?
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
won't
you
take
can
away
do.
from our shine.
No, not at all. No, not at all. In fact, if you wanted the colour but you wanted it slightly vintage looking matte, you could use the satin and it just takes it down, which I've done on one of them actually, you'll see in the next kit. But
Marvellous.
but
So we're
they
going
are
to concentrate
superb.
on the leaves, but we've got all this on the website.
You have.
So I know we haven't
Yeah.
got price points up there because we've concentrated on this previously before. But we are going to concentrate on the foils and the texture
Absolutely.
stamps today.
Okay.
Yeah, take it away, darling. Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to do these water slide transfers. I've got 1 or 2 here which I've cut from the sheets. I just pop these on the edge here. On there. I'm going to just get some water, excuse me a second. A little cup of water. I'm just going to use one of my moulds, which I shall talk about later, to pop some water into. And
there's 4 sheets in the pack. I'm just looking. One's abstract, one's nature, one's romance. Can't read what
absolutely,
the
I've
other one
got
is.
one
So
here
yeah,
actually that's open.
4 different,
let me show you.
motifs, as it were, in
Yep.
the pack, which is great because there's loads in there actually. I
There
mean, you
are,
just cut a tiny amount out, but
absolutely, there are lots and lots
Yeah.
here. Loads. There are some really lovely ones actually. There's some beautiful faces and watch faces here. And symbols.
gorgeous.
Lovely hearts, beautiful hearts, and hearts with wings, a little bit
Cupid's
more gothic.
arrow.
Beautiful.
Doves.
And then we've got the flowers, we've got the floral scene.
Very Art Nouveau.
Absolutely. And then we've got these lovely borders which you can put around your designs if you wanted to. Okay.
So 4 fantastic sheets there
Yep.
in the transfer pack.
Now just to give you a quick demo of what they'll look like, I've just got some pearl clay here. Now the colour of your transfers will change depending on what you put underneath. If you put white clay, obviously it'll be black and white. If you put pearl clay, it will look slightly more vintage. If you put silver clay, you'll lose part of the design, but it's good to put with watch parts, the pewter watch parts or what have you, or with bronze clay. It disappears into the background. But I'll put it onto pearl today just to show you how it's going to look. Now, I'm just going to pop these in some water. And it's exactly the same as you said the transfers you used to put on you when you were little.
Puma tattoos.
Absolutely.
Those bubble gums you used to get for, was it?
Yeah. Inside. That's
Oh, the
right.
bubble, was it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think it was actually.
Yeah.
Right, now these take just a few seconds, and the way to know whether it's okay is to push with your thumb. It's not quite. Just put some more water on. Is to push with your thumb, and if it starts to slide, you know it's ready. Not quite. It's getting there. The back of it will go slightly transparent. You'll be able to see through. I push it. There we go. Start to push.
see, yeah.
Okay. Pop your finger on the end of the transfer and pull back with the paper, and it goes onto your sculpted clay. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple of those. I don't quite know what design I'm going to do, but we'll have a play. There you go. I've just put a couple. I'm just going to put a flower in the centre. I could have done a frame with that if I wanted to. Now, one thing that Jewellery Maker don't sell, but is readily available in loads and loads of craft shops, is something called liquid sculpted clay. I'm just going to take some of the water off there. Now, this is readily available. It's a Sculpey product and is readily available from all sorts of craft stores, and it's just called translucent liquid Sculpey clay. It's not something that we use very often, so I know that Jewellery Maker aren't going to stock it because it's very rare that you'd use it. But the reason that we put a tiny little bit on each transfer, it's like putting hand lotion on. If you didn't put this on top and you baked it, it would crack and craze. This moisturises it, it keeps it flat and it keeps it nice and whole. They will otherwise start to craze and look like they had crackle. Do you remember years ago you used to have this, when everybody had stenciling and they used to have crackle varnish?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
would look like. It would start to crack, okay? But if you put this on top, it goes completely translucent when you bake it. And then it would just stop it cracking. But if you wanted that old look, don't put it on. That's what you have to do. And I'm just going to take a cutter, any cutter. I've got the square one here. I'm just going to cut around this. I haven't quite got the right size. I'm just going to cut one half, then the other half. There you go. So it's bunching up a little bit. Cut that again. Now what I'll do if I was at home is probably pipe some black clay around, and you can move the transfers once they're on. I want that to move a little bit.
Yeah, get in position.
Yeah. Probably put some black clay around it, and then you've got a sort of little pendant. Now let me, show you the sort of thing I mean. If you were to put, this isn't a transfer, but you can imagine if you did the same, if you put some, that's a cane that I did, if you put a frame of black around that, that would look really pretty. Quite attractive. And also what you can do also, which I'll be showing next week when I do the resin and clay show, is how to put inks on top of it to make it look antique. How to put inks and to use acrylic paints, that sort of thing.
And that'll be Thursday, Friday next week.
Thursday, Friday next week. So I shall show you how to do that next week. So I should bake that and bring it back.
Lovely, fantastic,
so
yeah.
Now, those are the transfers. Very, very, very easy to use, ever so easy to use.
Are we, yes, should we read the price for those, for all four of those? And in the pack, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was already up there. I get so involved in what Debbie's doing that forget what. So only £5.95, and there is loads in there, isn't there?
I'd love to know how many's in there.
I mean, you just you just literally used 3 little ones.
That's
there.
Right. And they go on and on and on.
And I like the variance in between the designs and stuff, between the romanticism.
And all sorts of
gorgeous.
Right, there you go.
So £5.95. Let's just hold those up again for you. So you have the romantic there with all the hearts and the Cupid's bows and the romantic side of it all. And then you have the borders we've just seen Debbie use. So this is just a little slice there. Loads of borders there. Gorgeous borders. Then we have the very nature-inspired one, which is very Art Nouveau-esque. Well, that's what I see because of the flora and the fauna and the flower fairies there, or the 3 Cupids, or Venus there.
You've got a lovely selection. You really have.
Yeah, very distinctive. And then, of course, just the abstract, the eyes, the hands, the clock, the faces, the question marks. So £5.90. So they're working out at about what, £1.50 each. So that's a lot of transfers, isn't it? So 4 in the pack there, and like you said, just gives you that extra dimension in your work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, darling.
Right.
The next.
Foils. This pack of foil is fantastic. It goes with a lot of the gemstone colours, actually. I think they're really something. These would go lovely with the bead box I've got today.
Yeah, the green aventurine and jasper,
right. And the amethysts and what have you, beautiful. I don't know if you can see those colours flat there, but you can. I've used some of these, so excuse I've got bits and pieces out of them. And within this, you've got the lovely rainbow colours as well.
Yeah,
which
there's
is
the
gorgeous.
colours on the back there. So you get 6 sheets.
You do.
Blue, and then the purple, the magenta, the rainbow, which you like,
Lovely.
the green and the red. So 6 of those gorgeous foil sheets.
And I know I've done this lots of times before, but I have been asked to do it again, so bear with me if you've seen this before. I'm going to show you how to do a design. We'll get some greaseproof paper. Now, as I said, Lisa Pavelka foils don't work with pressure, it's heat. So you need to rub these foils just for a couple of minutes to build up the heat. It's the friction that does the heat, and it's nice to be warm actually. Normally with polymer clay I'd say have cold hands and be in a cold room, but actually it's quite nice to have the clay warm in here because it makes it stick. So just do that for a couple of minutes, and hopefully when I pull this off, you have to tear it off. Really, really, really tear it off quickly, should we see?
Like a plaster.
Yeah. Now you can see there I've got lots of little holes. Don't worry about that. If you don't want the holes, just pop it back on and rub again. and they will fill in. But really you should time yourself and do this for a couple of minutes, and I've done it nowhere near, so yeah, it's filled in slightly, okay? Right, now with all of the pendants that I showed you earlier, which was like a teardrop, what I did was to find a design that I particularly liked and cut it out of a piece of paper. So I cut out the design I needed. I think I'm completely mad now, but I cut out the design I wanted. I did it on card at home. I did it on an old Christmas card. This is slightly larger than the one down there. Let's cut it down a little bit. And then use a craft knife and cut round it.
Go and grab that while you're doing that, darling, so I can show
yeah.
everybody.
On an edge.
Yeah.
It's not the same
No, it gives us the essence
shape,
of
but do you know what I mean?
What you were doing.
Exactly.
This one here.
All right. And then I have a craft knife here, which you can buy from all sorts of craft stores. And I'm only going to do a rough cut because I'm going to push the texture into it in a moment. So it's going to go out of shape anyway. But if you were to do this on graph paper, that's what I normally do, put it on graph paper at home and then cut it out into card.
Yeah, because the card is just sturdy for you.
Absolutely, this isn't really the right sort of thing.
Craft knife to follow.
That's right, but it just gives you an idea.
I just some people are very good freehand as well anyway, aren't
Absolutely, and the blade actually, if you've got your soft blade, you can do your curves anyway,
Yeah.
you do your cuts. But let me just cut that out just for now, because I'm going to recut it again in a second. I'm going to get a texture now.
So this is our texture pack,
That's right.
and these are the extra large stamps.
Okay.
Which one have you got there?
I've got the
lovely
same
designs on there,
I've got
isn't
the
there?
same,
Yeah,
exactly
so
the
it's
same
two
as in
pack.
there. And these are fantastic for the
two.
resin, which I'll talk about later, because you can fill these with resin, and then you've got individual little borders filled with resin, which are fantastic. Anyway, I'll push this into my clay, and you have to really push, really push, so the pattern goes right into the clay. And try not to move it, otherwise you'll get a shadow print.
Yeah, smudge.
And take that out.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Don't worry about the
already.
top, because I'm going to cut this. I'm going to completely cut the shape out
Yeah.
again. But I know exactly where I want it to be. Now, first of all, I take my sellotape.
Now this is
Take
to
that
get the effect here. For look at this pen. The
That's
background is the foil, and the raised relief, as it were, is the black, the original clay colour. That's what Debbie's doing now with the sellotape.
Right. So I'm
Taking
leaving the foil in the recesses, and just taking the foil off the top.
It's looking like a ladybird.
Actually, you know, it is. And anyone do card making, I have been told that sometimes these, if you keep these nice and neat and tidy, these bits
Oh, we'll transfer back onto the
sellotape
horse.
will go
Very
onto cards.
recyclable, yeah.
It is. Right, now I'm going to cut.
The box of cutouts there.
Absolutely, these are what you've got over there, the little ones. I've got
Yeah.
a little oval from there. So
You
that's
can
what I'm
use
going to
cake
use.
ones, can't you?
Oh, of course you can. Do you know, everybody goes to the cake shows whenever they do polymer clay. They go to the NEC and they go straight to the cake show. So I'm going to use one of the little cutters that you've got in the set there, just to cut the shape out for pendant. Whoops, there you go. And then use my flexible cutter. Now I know approximately the shape I want, I can do it with my cutter, but just take this off. Gosh, this has gone so sticky in here.
It's so warm here, honey, isn't it? The lights.
It is really sticky. Cut that out. Now, it doesn't look brilliant at the moment, but when you start to work it, work round the edge. And if you don't want to damage your design by pressing and pressing, take your piece of trusty cling film, and it won't move the design, but you'll be able to get that lovely curved edge. So you won't lose the pattern.
We won't lose our lovely imprint.
No. You can do this with your pattern design. You've got your case. You
That's a
won't
good
lose
tip, yeah.
You won't lose the flowers or what have you. Now the only other thing I would do with that is when I baked it, I would then, gosh, it's gone, look at that.
I know,
It's gone
bless
like
half of it's
chewing
not good,
gum.
yeah.
Gosh, if I baked it, I would bake it onto the side of a jam jar, which is what I did with that one.
To give it that
So you would then
curve,
have,
yeah.
if I pop it on this jar, you would then have that look. So you would have a curved look. See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
A jam jar obviously can withstand the heat there,
That's
can't it?
right.
So.
Yeah.
Gosh, those foils are amazing, aren't they? Beautiful texture. They just add such a gorgeous, rich dimension to your
They're lovely.
jewellery. Yeah.
They're lovely. And if you don't like the fact that they're really, really light, then just get another piece of clay and put a curtain weight on the back and put a piece of clay on, because that gives it the weight to pull down the cords, because sometimes they can be too light.
Yes.
And don't forget all the little bits that you got left. Don't forget to
use
cut out your
those.
charms. Cut little hearts out, or
You had some lovely
circles
little
out, or
bead earrings, didn't you, down there?
absolutely, yes.
With your amethyst, and you made that lovely tubing around that. You said that circular one was just made out of the scrap, and you made
Oh, exactly. Oh,
tubing.
exactly. Just use your little cutters out of those kits, and you can get 2 or 3.
Okay, there's a bit of earrings ready to happen.
There you go. You get 2 or 3
I'm
little
gonna
hearts.
grab them so we can have a little look at some of the other ones
go.
that you've done.
Beautiful. Oh, I could play with this all day. Do you know I could
We'll
lose
just leave Debbie
days
there.
doing this?
We'll just leave Debbie there.
Yeah, just leave me here. I'm quite happy.
Pinching some of you just. Oh, you see, there's that leaf. Is that something else we're doing later? The leaf.
I can do, yes.
Where you see they were the they were the little scraps that you made. You just made like little beads
yes.
and put some of those circular ones on the bracelet. And then again on the bracelet.
Those are just scraps. Those are what I had left over doing a project like this, and I just put all the bits and pieces that I wanted in the leaf and the heart and everything else I got here. I just put the bits. Just put the bits on.
And it's fantastic, fantastic. Again, another similar technique there, but you just left the foil on as is.
Absolutely.
Made a bead there. 2 beads. That's the foil as well. On the front of the heart. So gorgeous, gorgeous designs.
And like that bead you've got that I did with just the twisting, if you had this left over.
Oh yes, I'll go and get that.
I think, it's down there with the chain. Can you see?
Oh yes, yeah.
If you had some left over, like I've got some left over here, I've just got some black and just cut a stripe. Can you see that stripe? And just started to twist it around the bead. It just makes quite a funky bead. Can you get it?
Oh yeah, I like that.
See?
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. This was
Children will like doing this
Yeah.
because it's just such fun, and they can make their own designs.
And that's just the scraps, and look how effective that is. It looks great, Debbie.
There you go.
And we'll bring the price in now. That was the big one we were talking about earlier that we integrated into the first new kit this morning, and that was the effect Debbie's referring to now. She's just showing you there.
Okay.
Here on the chain. It's just here,
You are.
darling. We'll bring in the price. So all of these foils, all these there we go. That was the fantastic effect Debbie's just literally just shown us. So all of these fantastic foils, the Lisa Pavelka, 6 of those. You've got your blue, which we just showed you on that lovely heart. You've got the purple, the red Debbie's just been working with, the rainbow's fantastic,
It is, it's
the
beautiful.
magenta, the green. So 6 of those gorgeous, and then you can just, even just the scraps, even once you've got your focal point, those scraps, look how much they stand out. Just those that little foil bits in there. So effective, so fantastic looking. Let's bring in that price, so let's try it out. If we haven't tried them, we need to get trying it, don't we, Debbie?
You do. This is such fun. Everyone that comes on the courses,
Yeah, they go away with the foil.
say, I can't believe how much I've got and how much clay I've got left over. And can I have this and can I have that? And when in the afternoon, I bring out the textures and the foils, and that's it. They're just hooked.
Because we have fun with the clay anyway, but it just takes it to another dimension.
It does. They all go home with hearts. They all usually do.
It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
It does. It's beautiful.
And you just think
Really
that's using a
beautiful.
fraction of the sheet there, because the
That's
whole
right.
sheet.
That's right.
I mean, just look, the heart. We're just using we're not even using a third, are we?
No.
The length of the sheet.
No, I got 2 out of there. I got 2 hearts
Oh,
out of there.
yeah.
There's still lots. So
Yeah, you could get another 3 out of that sheet,
yeah,
couldn't we?
absolutely.
So, $5.95. Give it a go. You'll never turn back again. Give it a go. That and the texture stamps. The texture of the stamps, they're brilliant, aren't they? Because
beautiful.
this one you've got the 4 different designs on. You've got the angular, and you said you can use this in the resin as well, which we'll talk more about next Thursday, Friday. So, I mean, obviously it's left no sort of imprint of, it doesn't take the clay away with it, does it?
No, that I've done resin on that one. Oh, goodness knows how many times.
How would you describe that pan? It's like stained glass window, isn't it?
It is really, yes, yeah.
Because you get the 2. They're really well made as well. Now text in your questions, because if you've tried using this or you want to and you want to have a go, there's the other texture stamp as well that we showed you earlier. This is one that looks like it's crackled, kind of, almost like your crackle quartz.
Yeah, it does look like crackle.
Yeah. It's like achieving that, but in your polymer clay. And then with your, that bit lovely with metallic as well, crisscrossy. Yeah, text in your questions, especially regarding the transfers or the stamps or the foils, or you know, maybe you're just trying it out, whatever your question. Because obviously we try to cover what we think you might want to know, but unless you tell us, it's hard to guess, isn't it?
It is.
Obviously you're a natural at it, you know about it. I try to look at it from a point of view from a complete novice and think about what would the obvious questions be. So just let us know, 60777. Today is the day. We're going to be looking at this. And let us know if you've got any questions. We've had one from Norma in Dumfries. And it's hi Fee and Debbie and all the crew. Thank you to you all for brightening up my mornings. Could I please ask Debbie, when I put the gloss glaze onto my baked beads, some of them go hazy. What am I doing wrong? Thank you for the inspiration. That's Norma in Dumfries.
I think if you're using gloss in particular, I think we all want the beads to be instantly like glass, and it won't be. Don't try and do it all in one coating. The reason it's going hazy is it's too thick. Use a paintbrush and brush on, and it shouldn't drip down whatever you're standing it on. And I get cocktail sticks and just push them into some polystyrene or scrap clay or something. It shouldn't drip down the cocktail stick. If it does, there's too much. Just put a very thin coating and put 2 or 3 coats on rather than one thick one, because it will go really cloudy, because it is a cloudy liquid, so it will go a milky sort of colour. So you need really to put them on very, very thin coats.
It's like your French manicure, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
A couple of thin layers.
Yeah.
I hope that answers the question, Norma and Dumfries. Hope that solves the problem. Try it out and let us know how you get on. Yeah. But great question there, great
Absolutely.
question. Yeah, again, it's not something you would think of, but obviously people have been experiencing it.
You can also use this, if you do buy liquid clay, you can use that as a matte varnish on top as well. Yeah. Put some on.
Now we've got more of the foil in one of our other kits.
Oh yes.
Grab that necklace, go on, let's give them a show. Because it's just so fantastic. I know we'll be showing it later, but it's the one I wanted to wear, but because the whole thing up to my neck all the time. Look at this. Now that's using the foil as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's using the rainbow foils.
Isn't that amazing?
And just cutting the leaves
the leaf
out.
shape. Textured on the clay, and then that create that fabulous rainbow foil.
And that's just using the teardrop cutters, which are in one of the sets. Yeah.
And then you've just moulded the sort of shape.
Just use a cocktail stick just to do the veins.
Okay. You create lovely undulation on the leaf. Beautiful. Isn't that fantastic? So go have a go with those foils. Try it out. $5.95. Yeah. So we're going to have a quick announcement, Debbie. We will be coming back to you, my darling.
Thank you very much.
And so please don't go anywhere, because after this we're going to. Oh yeah, look, we're literally almost there. We're going to start it a little bit early. We're going to do the garnet, and we will come back for some more top tips from Debbie as well as we go through the show. So don't go anywhere.
Hi all, firstly, thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 years. Now, as a result of our growth, we are completely out of space in our current warehouse. We even sometimes struggle to locate some of our existing stock, but we are working 24 hours a day to combat these situations, and we're actually introducing new measures on a daily basis. Now, as some of you are already aware, we will be moving into our new warehouse very soon, which is 5 times larger than our existing facility. So we would like to apologise in advance for any occasional inconvenience or delay that you may experience during this transitional period. Thank you again for your support.
Add to your collection with our Sculpey Clay Projects DVD, full of handy tips and hints for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she teaches us how to create the Skinner blend technique, how to use the extruder tool, how to make a 3-part necklace, and much more.
To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
Jewellery Maker is such a fun channel to watch, even if you're not buying anything. The presenters and the guest designers are absolutely fabulous. I also love it because it's given me a common interest with my sister. We live a long way apart and we are very completely different in our outlook on life. And we now have something that we can converse with and we both enjoy.
You can make your own call using the bead reamer from the toolkit. Take a length of wire. Holding your reamer, firmly anchor the wire onto the handle. Then wrap the wire around the reamer until you have the desired length. Snip off any unwanted excess. You can make your own jump rings using wire and your Jewellery Maker toolkit. Using your round nose pliers, wrap the wire around the handle. Remove the wire once you've made enough coils. Using your wire cutters, snip off any excess. Keeping in line with the end of the wire, make a sharp snip on each of the coils. Using your flat nose pliers, line both ends back together and this will give you your jump ring.
Hi, welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Jewellery Maker with the Queen Bee herself, the Queen of Jewellery Maker, the lovely Deborah. So please keep your texts coming in. Look, she's rummaging around for the leaf cutter now, so she's going to show us how to do that later because we've integrated it into one of the kits and it looks amazing, as I'm sure you agree, in that design. So more about the foils later on as well that we can experience. And don't forget, next Thursday, and we'll be experiencing the resin.
We will. I should explain that later.
We will explain that later. But I think you've got me for one half of it anyway on the Thursday and then somebody with you on the Friday. But that's a 2-day special, can't wait. But talking of special, I know it's a little bit earlier than we scheduled, but I know you'll be watching and ready to pounce. I do not have 3 figures of this because this is from our Gems of Distinction. It is the glorious beauty of our garnet. Now, when you get these home, take them outside because garnet's known as your day stone, your day gem. Beautiful and rich in the evening. That's not dictating when you should wear it. It is simply an aspect time to see the beauty of a gemstone. Some gems lend themselves to the evening, you know, like your glowing gems, your gems that phosphoresce, that fluoresce, like your beautiful kunzites, you know, they glow. They're called the evening because they light up in the candlelight, like your alexandrites. But garnets are, I mean, vivid red. They look a lot darker on the screen than they actually are. So this is why I really want home. Now we've got an amazing offer that you simply cannot miss out on. You know when I say trust me and please phone early, that's what I'm saying about this, because I've got wind of where we're going in terms of the price point, and quite frankly it's ridiculous. I'm already on my high horse. Cubic, ranging from 5, what was it, the range again, 5 up to, sorry, 3 to 5 millimeters. And that, I love this new cubic sort of cut that we're doing that I've recently seen on our gemstone strands. This is a 40 centimeter strand, and basically the reason I love it is because you've got such a fantastic surface area to garner, excuse the pun, but to garner loads of luster. And there is loads of beautiful, is there a torch? I always ask this question and then I always know the answer, so I don't know why I bother asking. No, we seriously need to put in an order for the torches. I keep forgetting to bring one in, remember everything else. But there is such beautiful vivid red. So this is your pure pyrope, your gorgeous African garnets. I mean, garnets have been known to man for thousands of years. Many an early explorer and a traveller, they like to carry a garnet with them because it was a popular talisman believed to light up the night and protect the wearer, the bearer of the garnet from evil and disaster. But today, you know, science, knowledge has taught us that the garnet's beautiful proverbial luminosity, should I say, that they were referring to, is actually due to its high refractive index. Now, big words, but basically what it's saying is when the light enters any gem, any substance, it bends at an angle, and it's that angle which is called the refractive index. The angle, the extent, whether it be acute or obtuse, it's very high, it's very open on a garnet, around the 1.7. So you get loads of colour, loads of light. The beauty of that gem's light, that luminosity coming back to your eye, and that's what it's referring to. So you've got a lovely, that's what, if you ever hear us talk about that, that's what we're babbling on about, that high refractive index. So loads of those beautiful reds. That's why I see it in the daylight, you know, midday is perfect. Beautiful, vivacious reds. Now this is because of that gorgeous luminosity, it's because of the garnet's great brilliance. Brilliance is all about light return to the eye and seeing that colour, you know, unpeded by inclusions. So you've got this gorgeous gem from the Latin granum, referring to grain, referring to the raw crystals which look kind of grainy of the gorgeous gem, and also because of the typical roundish shape of the crystals, you know, the colour of the red garnet, the pomegranate seeds as it were, so hence its name. But you never get garnet coming from chemical impurities, so pure garnet still has colour. Made the official gemstone for 1912 for January by the American National Association of Jewelers, and a traditional gift for your 2nd and your 6th wedding anniversaries. So red is the colour that we most often encounter, but sometimes sometimes you do get those greens or those tender nuances of yellow or fiery orange. Beautiful garnet, great hardness for everyday wear, 7 to 7.5 on the Mohs scale. Just an incredible, beautiful, brilliant red, spirited red. That's what you get from your garnets. And it was hugely in demand for the jewellery in the 18th and the 19th centuries. And I just know there's going to be a big demand for this garnet right now on Jewellery Maker. So please have your cards ready. Please be ready to dial as soon as you see those graphics. Please jump on it on the web and don't miss out, because I don't have 3 figures. I have an exceptional great deal. You know, when you think about Bohemian jewellery, there's a huge amount of garnet used in Bohemian jewellery. There's a huge amount of garnet used in the Victorian times as well as in the Art Nouveau period, because they used it with enamel and black and onyx and emeralds and rubies. And the thing about rubies were, after the Second World War, you know, those really precious gems became so, and after the First World War, became so expensive that people liked your garnet because you've got those fabulous, vivacious, spirited fire reds, but you've got it at a great affordable price point. Now, do we have a carat weight, darling? 60 whopping carats of fabulous rich pyrope garnet. Pyropus, fiery-eyed, spirited and red, real rich red. And those cubes, I mean, I'm getting, it's not something that's translating on the screen, but there's loads of light reflecting on the underside there. Can you, oh yeah, can you see that little hint of what I'm talking about there at home? Yeah, on the underbelly. Now that's the spirited, yeah, that fire you could expect to see. I'm seeing that in a lot more of the, oh yeah, the gemstones, and perhaps we're picking up on the camera there, but you're getting the essence of it at home as I just sort of lift. You see that on the luster? Oh, just gorgeous. Now, Debbie, you were just telling me something about, would these be particularly nice, and you expressed something I've not heard before, darling. So I'm not going to
I think I mentioned this the last time I was on, actually, so I apologise if I'm repeating myself. But for those of you who do bead weaving and like doing the peyote stitch, which is the brick, the
coyote,
peyote, P-E-Y-O-T-E,
peyote stitch.
Peyote stitch, and it's a way of doing. So you have like 7 beads, and then you go through the first one and miss the second, and next time you go down, you do the opposite. So it actually brings it into like a brick wall.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? So you've got
your
squares going up and down, and you can make a beautiful solid cuff. Well, if you did a centre in the garnets, and the other day we had smoky quartz, and it would be absolutely stunning.
Smoky quartz and red garnet.
Beautiful. Quite like that.
Me too.
Lovely.
So we need to jump on this. We have got the graphics there, but I do not have triple figures of this fabulous garnet. It's a great one with your traditional ivory pearls as well. I mean, I've only got some silvers on my hand there right now that are beautiful, but there's just something about the pop of the red garnet with your cream ivory pearls that is just fantastic. Please don't, oh, look at that fire. Just need to get a bit of light behind it. Isn't anywhere, Jack, because I just really want to get some luminosity and lights on these garnets because they're so fiery red. Have you got your little white background as well, honey? Yes, let's launch. Let's get on that phone. Let's make sure we don't miss out. Make sure we're dialing on the free phone number 800 644 655 so we don't miss out on our garnets today. Oh my word, $16.95. I've just caught myself on there. Look at that price. Thank you, darling. Let's see if this makes them look any brighter because they're so, oh, look at that straight away. I can see beautiful, vivid, bright reds. Look at these. Look, oh, hello. All dropping off. This is why I'm not on floor, Jack. Oh, let's get them in the light. Let's get them in the light. Can you see how bright they are? No, that's not working. Oh, what is it with the light in this place? Come on, I need a torch. Somebody with a flame. We need a flamethrower. Let's try over here, Paul. They're just so bright and beautiful, and it's just looking... We're not going to have enough for everybody. There's a little bit of a queue forming on the phone line there, but please stay with us. Let me try me with the background. Let me try my white background, see if that makes any difference. I'm not happy with this because I really want you to see how vividly red and beautiful. They are gorgeous. They're just, oh, beautiful, and the clarity on them. It's just so sumptuous. How are you doing, Jack? Have you found a torch? He's found the diddiest, miniest torch in Christendom. Still, I appreciate the effort, Jack. We might just get something out of this. It's the tiniest thing I've ever seen. It's like Sheila's piglet torch. It's not going to make a jot of difference. Oh, hold on a minute. Did you see it there? Oh, hey. Oh, look at the magic. What is the point of this torch? Would somebody please tell me what is the point of this torch? You can't even... That's misdescriptions to call it a torch. Hello, darling.
Hi, B. You telling me you need a new torch?
I need just a torch full stop.
Within the budget or stretch.
Hello there. Hello, we have... what's the course today? Metal clay, of course, with Natalia. How are you doing? I saw some of the ladies waiting in there earlier. Careful as you step, because it's a bit of an assault course round here, isn't it? Now, who fancies going on air for a second and having a chat with me? Come here, because I want you to tell everybody. Come round here, my darling. What's your name?
Christina.
Come round, Christina. Can you make your way round there, darling? Careful on the lights.
Christina's 5th course.
5th?
4th.
Sleeping in the cupboard, really.
Oh my God, I thought you do look familiar, Christine. Now tell everybody just how red are they? Because they're coming across as quite dark on the screen, but there's a lovely glow in them, isn't there?
They're beautiful.
I'm just going to lean in because I've got my mic
They're
here.
beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
And what does everybody need to do? Go on the
Buy
phone.
them.
Buy them.
Buy them. Don't miss out.
How many people are waiting on the line at the moment? Can you see on the just over there?
8.
8 people waiting. But so how long's the queue? About 2.5 minutes?
Yeah.
2.5. Can you see that? 2
Yeah.
minutes 30.
Yeah.
There's a free phone number, isn't it, Christine?
Yes. Free phone number.
So how come you've been on so many courses? What do you love about jewellery making?
So interesting. It's just so interesting.
Do you recognise this lady?
Oh, yeah, they're not my course coming out again on Monday, aren't you?
You're with us again Monday. You might as well move in. There's a camp bed.
It's very, very interesting. And it's nice to come and see, actually, everything working.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you've probably seen the changes, ring the changes here, haven't
Well,
you?
it's not that. I mean, look at
Yeah.
that. It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous, isn't it?
It's beautiful. I mean, you know, it's more nice looking here than it is through the television screens.
Yeah, everybody says that when they get them home.
Yeah.
And actually see it in the flesh, the quality, feel the quality.
Yeah.
Actually, Christine could do the tour, actually.
Well, yes. Christine, take over. The rest of us will have a sit down. Have you been down to the new museum?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and the new American studio.
Yes, it's all beautiful. Yes.
Well,
it's
keep
beautiful.
coming because hopefully we'll have the whole place done. We'll get ours done eventually as well here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Get that, everybody. It's beautiful.
There we go. Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
£2.95 posting for whole day.
Oh, you can go again. She's a natural. She's a natural. There we go. Thank you very much, Christine. We'll see you later. Have a good day. Have a good day. There we go. £2.95 for the whole day. Bargain, isn't it? So, whatever you do, take Christine's word for it. Just make sure you get it. Make sure you don't miss out while there is stock availability. 6 carats of those graduated garnet cubes, 3 to 5 millimetres, £16.95, brand new today. Just ring the free phone number and use the 1p all day. Gorgeous. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more still to see. And coming up, it's a good job you didn't see this. I should have showed Christina this. The chrome dioxide at midday today. Yeah, so lots more still to see. And more of the foils and the new kits with Debbie coming up after this.
Hi all, firstly, thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 years. Now, as a result of our growth, we are completely out of space in our current warehouse. We even sometimes struggle to locate some of our existing stock, but we are working 24 hours a day to combat these situations, and we're actually introducing new measures on a daily basis. Now, as some of you are already aware, we will be moving into our new warehouse very soon, which is 5 times larger than our existing facility. So we would like to apologise in advance for any occasional inconvenience or delay that you may experience during this transitional period. Thank you again for your support.
Add to your collection with our Sculpey Clay Basics DVD, full of handy tips and hints for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she teaches us how to create basic canes, kaleidoscope canes, bead shapes and much more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
Some of the most spectacular rhodolite garnets are found in Sri Lanka and Tanzania. They're typically found as water-worn pebbles. As a gemstone, it's ideal for jewellery. It has some beautiful raspberry purples, great clarity, stunning lustre, and it's also a really durable gemstone.
Our standard delivery is now only £2.95 per day, regardless of how many pieces of jewellery are added to your order. Delivery takes between 4 to 6 working days, and if you want your jewellery quicker, simply speak to our call centre about our premium delivery service.
Cut the end of your ribbon into a point and make a crease approximately 1 centimetre from the top. Then place your ribbon in the ribbon end, ensuring the point is all the way back. Using your flat nose pliers, grip down firmly on the ribbon end, ensuring the teeth go through. When opening a jump ring, always open north to south, as if you were opening a door. Never open the jump ring east to west, as you will find it difficult to keep the shape and it may weaken the jump ring.
All of the gemstones on Jewellery Maker are 100% genuine, giving your jewellery designs the beauty and character that only Mother Nature can provide. Carnelian is a striking member of the Chalcedony family and features warm orange and reddish tones. Treasured throughout history, it's long used in carvings and cameos. Carnelian is mainly sourced from Japan, Brazil and Uruguay, although the gem has also been discovered in France and even Cornwall in England. Genuine carnelian gemstones from Jewellery Maker.
we're having a right gas that we were there, myself and the ladies on the metal clay course. Yabba, yabba, yabba. We could go on all day. It's good to have a catch up. It's nice to see people that are watching and that enjoy the show. So still, I think a few of those graduated garnet cubes remain at $16.95, but do take Christine's word for it. Don't miss out. Brand new today. And when you can actually feel the weight of that 60 carats. And I mean, I just ask you, because this is the quality we'd put on our gem jewellery, you know, on our sister channel, and the gold and what have you. And you think about how much a 60 carat garnet necklace, a 60 carat garnet bracelet would set you back. And you think to yourself, well, actually, I've got that on one strand. And if you're not 100% satisfied when you get it home, remember you've got your 30-day money back guarantee. Is there still some stock remaining, darling? I've no idea. Still a few. No, all gone now? Oh, goodness me, there's me rabbiting on. Right, okay, don't forget, midday, the chrome diopside. So well done if you were quick enough to get that. Good for you. But don't miss that at 12 o'clock today. Bundle! One of the girls just asked me, when's this coming up? Do you know by any chance how much I didn't see how much the rubber textures, because she was very intrigued with the lady.
Well, I'm not sure.
We haven't put them on screen yet. Sorry, because I talked about them, I thought we had the price point. That's all right then, because I thought, I can't remember, and I thought, is my memory going that bad? I've only just talked about them and I can't remember. All right, let's bring you this bundle. Just admiring all the lovely pyrite and the smoky quartz and a lovely, they look like toffee apples, the gorgeous, agates there as well. Beautiful bundle. That would actually look absolutely fabulous with our second new kit today. Yeah, and indeed, is that the brown one, honey, or is that the third new kit? But maybe both.
Which order? Yeah.
Yeah, both of them actually. Yeah. But I'm going to do the second kit. Yeah, the one that. Oh yeah, you see, this is the second new kit today. If I just introduce a couple of the strands, you'll see why I say that. A bundle that would look fantastic with some components from the second new kit today. So, which got a fantastic rubber in it as well. Let's take you through what we've got going on here now. 3 beautiful strands. Let me start first up to my eye with our smoky quartz. And again, that coin cut, creating a lot of surface area for you to see loads of luster with the fabulous checkerboard faceting. Rich, gorgeous, golden tones of literally like it says smoky brown, smoky quartz. And yes, sometimes you see the little inclusions, but you know what? I embrace those inclusions, as many gem lovers and gemologists and skilled jewellery makers do, because it's the difference between telling the difference between a synthetic, man-made laboratory gemstone or a fake, an imitation, something pretending to look, has the same sort of visual properties but is a fake, you know, like glass pretending to be quartz or something like that. So when I see those inclusions, it's almost like a reassurance. And as long as the inclusions don't destroy durability or beauty, we consider it a fingerprint. It is your certificate of authenticity, if you like, that this gem was made by nature, that this strand is genuine gemstones. So never think of them in a negative light, as I'm sure you don't, but you know, I will say to you if there is complete clarity, but I am seeing the odd little inclusion, and it's bubble-like. I don't know if you can climb in there. I won't get out my magnificent torch again, because quite frankly, the effect was far too startling for us all to cope with. But it's not quite translating there because it looks quite dark again, but they look like tiny little bubbles. Tiny little bubbles, if that. Negligible, really negligible. Beautiful. So that's just the one strand. Have we got a carat weight on that, honey bunny? 190 carats, fantastic. Now, moving on, I'm going to bring you the pyrite. They're like little buttons. Again, the coins, that antique, that beautiful pyrite, that fool's gold. And again, you'll notice it's not a perfect sheen. It's like the foiling that Debbie was doing earlier. You know, when you kind of sometimes get that. If you don't want it completely covered on the surface, you get that little crackling. Well, this looks like we've done the foiling on the pyrite, because you get these little webbed like patterns in there. And this is what gives it a more authenticated feel, a more sort of antique feel. And for me, again, an important distinction between the real and the fake and the faux. And you can feel it. You can feel it in your gems. You can feel their cool touch. You can feel the difference between your plastic and your real gemstones. And these are beautiful pyrites, 350 carats, and they're 12mm. Now, we've got the agate in chestnut, toffee apple and coffee tones. I think these would suit, these would suit you, Debbie. These are your colours, darling.
Oh, definitely my colours.
Yeah.
They're beautiful,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
Aren't they just? There's lovely tonality of colour there. Toffee, sort of apple green, caramel, gold, coffee, mocha chocolate, cappuccino, latte, fruffy, fraffy, frappupino, tuncino, all that lot. Frappuccino, coffee latte, scrumptious, diddly-umptious, whatever it is. No fat. Skinny on the end. And they do have some funny names for all of those, don't they? I digress. 250 carats. So collectively, 790 carats altogether. So 190 the smoky quartz, 350 the pyrite, and then 250 of the coffee. There's actually some lovely distinctive banding in there. I mean, it's like Debbie said earlier, sometimes you get your strands and they're more for your stash, you don't necessarily have to use them together, but these three fuse beautifully together. I can already start to imagine the rich designs you're going to start creating. Now, Christine put it in very succinct words earlier, $2.95, 1 P&P all day. Let's add to our order. I tell you what would look lovely with that pyrite. That gorgeous garnet you just got. Ooh, Oh yeah, show me the garnet. Botswana! Is that what you just said, Deborah? Yes, the Botswana would look fabulous with it. What a good idea, Debbie. Botswana would look amazing with this. I asked that Jacqueline to leave that with me and he's taken it from me again. He has. Do I spy it over there? No, he's tied it to us. Leave that with me. He's actually taken it from me. He's going to get a right telling off. Oh, the Botswana, in all seriousness, would look fabulous with this. So would our next new kit. Works in perfect harmony. I think it's either the chocolate obsidian or it might be bronzite. We'll find out in a mo. And I've got pyrite rectangles. And then you had that lovely bamboo leaf jasper, didn't you, in that 3-strand pack? But anyway, yeah. And then these are darker toned, aren't they? So, oh, I can start to see the jewellery already. We should have given you that as a challenge. Shouldn't we? Just make our own challenge up. Something we want, you know, we just love it. So can we just make what we love? Yeah. New today, brand new 3-strand bundle. Let's get bundleicious with it. $17.95, so less than £6 a strand. Fabulous price point. Fabulous. The quality of that smoky quartz, the beauty of the pyrite. You know, you've got that lovely glisten, that gleam, like we just experienced with the foiling on the actual polymer clay. And then again, look at the luster, those honey tones, those caramel tones, those coffee tones. And again, real gemstones. You've got those little impurities within the agate. And actually, you know, to create a strand like this, it's not like it's all come out of the one crystal. There would have been layer upon layer. I mean, that one's a real apple green of a different matrix within the, and so, you know, you're cutting the different gems, you're deciding, all right, well, let's have a different tonality on this whole strand. Let's get a gorgeous difference there of the golds to the coffees to the chocolate. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can use to choose them separately, but I think those three work together perfectly. What do you think? Just need to be dialing. Brand new today. A superb offer of less than £6 a strand. And remember, a lot of these bundles that we put together is because, you know, you can't buy the strands separately, so take advantage. Now, I mentioned that I thought it went beautifully with our second new kit today. So I'm just going to reach over for it, place them in your mind's eye, and then we'll go through the new kit together because it's actually gold-plated findings on this as well. So here's the kit. You'll notice the interesting addition of the rubber tubing, which Debbie has used to great effect. Let me just put those in the picture just to show you and see if you agree. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? And they're bringing something else to the party. Different shapes, different optical properties. So just a thought, if you want to make that kit go even further. And this is what Debbie used in that leaf design, which we will talk about further with the foiling and the polymer clay. But this is called Bronze Age. Now, we mentioned the bamboo leaf in the Botswana earlier. That's exactly what I've got going on here, but you'll notice in the ovals. So this is 215 carats of my bamboo leaf agate as opposed to the bamboo leaf jasper. But like I said, they're very closely related. And it's just that some of this agate you can actually see through, it's not opaque. So the crystals aren't quite as tightly compacted, which is why you get that semi-translucency, whereas in your jasper, it's this variety, the complete opaque. Because the strand is a mix, yeah, it's called your agate. So 215 carats, 18 by 13 millimeters, beautiful strand. Again, I mean, just look at that one, the sunset orange is in there, really bright. Beautiful, isn't it? Love those pearly white ivory ones. Oh, the leaf patterns. It's a gorgeous mosaic there. Then, oh, it is the bronzite, the actual iron-rich gemstone. Gets its name because it looks like bronze. An amazing alloy. And you get these little tiny inclusions there which sparkle like your pyrite, sparkle like your bronze. Beautiful, beautiful ancient gem. Chocolate chestnut browns. Almost looks like the bark of the weave of the leaf of the tree. And then you get that schiller. It's almost like a schiller, isn't it? You get that, yeah, can you see it? Again, it looks like the foiling in when Debbie rolled up those little beads, you know, just with the scraps, and you got those little shimmers of the foil. But nature's done this herself. So this is where we've taken inspiration from with our man-made materials. They're big, aren't they? 720 carats, 14 millimeter. Then, and these are a little bit more muted than the rounds, which are a bit more polished. They've kind of got a sateen finish on them, which again gives it a more ancient, antique look, hence the Bronze Age theme. Well, the Botswana bundle goes with everything, quite frankly. That's the law of Botswana. That would look fantastic with this kit. It would look absolutely amazing. And if you were lucky enough to get that for what was under £15, which was ridiculous in my book, then and then of course you've got your jaspers working beautifully with your agates there. So perfect. Now here's the interesting thing. We've got a meter of the rubber tubing. Now I've seen the rubber tubing and it's got a lovely, it's like the metallic sheen on Debbie's pearlescent clay. It's kind of got a pearly kind of a luster to it. I've seen the other tubing we've done, you know, the thicker tubing, but I'm loving this 2.35 millimeter gauge. I'll be very honest with you, I'll put my hands up. I didn't know we did this gauge in the rubber tubing.
Didn't you?
I've only ever seen the thicker ones, that, you know, the ones for the
Yeah.
necklaces. Yeah. So I didn't know we did this gauge, and it's been used
beautiful.
to. Oh, you love your rubber tubing, don't you?
I do. I think it's really nice. It just makes everything look completely different.
And it's been used to great effect in Debbie's designs, the way she's cut it and integrated it. And we'll get those techniques up and demonstrated for you as well. So if you're thinking, I don't know how to use the rubber tubing, because I can appreciate how different materials, different effects, it can be quite daunting at first, can't it? Because you can't think, well, I wouldn't know what to do with it. We just need that further inspiration, and we will give that to you with our free DVD and our free booklet on how to get started, new jewellery makers. And it can start with a kit. Free booklet, free DVD, and the Hub magazine, introducing you to behind the scenes here, courses you can do, all the information for the one-stop shop, everything at your fingertips. So give us a go, new jewellery makers. The amount of first-time Wall of Fames that we read out today were brilliant. Let's look at our findings, because they're silver with a gold plate. So this is, sorry, copper, forgive me, that's all, my old habits die hard. Copper with a gold plate. Do you know what? It's just given me greater strength in, because gold is one of the softest metals, that's why they alloy it anyway. So if you've got that copper in there anyway, and with the gold overlay, fantastic. Because invariably it's your copper to give you your rose gold, and your silver, that's what they alloy it, to give you your rose gold. Silver and zinc actually most of the time to alloy your gold. I digress. Gold-plated shepherd hooks, gold-plated head pins, bead covers, jump rings, beads, oval loop chain, eye pins, chandeliers, crimp beads, toggle clasps, and the bolt ring. 100 pieces of gold-plated copper. So that's rich, isn't it? Because we know gold, whether replacing it with gold or silver, gold is the more expensive anyway. And it's your noble precious metal, so of course you don't get that tarnishing with your gold. It's like when they dig up the antiques from the Bronze Age, isn't it? Still look as fabulous today. Silver does slightly tarnish, but polishing it and you're away, you're fine. But with your gold, fantastic, will always look amazing. Will never do that tarnishing. So, new today, Bronze Age. Our second new kit with some fabulous designs courtesy of Debbie. Pyrite, bamboo leaf, the old bamboo leaf agate, and the bronzite, plus the rubber tubing, plus the gold-plated copper findings as well. Yeah, it's like that crazing, isn't it, on that pyrite? Such a lovely metallic sheen. It is our second new kit today. It is brand new, and we're going to launch the price for you today. $24.95 straight down. A bargain. That's our second kit, the same price there, with loads going on. We made no differentiation, even though perhaps we should have, because it is gold plated, don't forget. But hey ho, we've gone with it anyway. And it's nice to have the gold plated and the silver findings in your stash, isn't it? Sometimes you want to go with the gold. Sometimes it just suits the browns more. Sometimes you want the silver for the metallic hematites and the likes. Sometimes you have a personal favourite. Some people are allergic to one or the other, or some people just have a preference for gold jewellery. This is what I hear from you. Some people have a preference for the silver, the white metals. But whatever your preference is, make sure you don't miss out on this fabulous new kit today. Alrighty, I think it's time to see Debbie. I'm going to take my tubing. Darling, do you need any of my bits?
No, I'm okay, I think, actually. Thank you.
Now there's an offer you can't refuse. You've got your kit, she's all right. Right, darling.
Right.
What have we got? Ooh,
well,
we've got the lot. Because we've introduced a little bit of the polymer in here because we know that from the leaves, which we will show you later with another stepping into the foil.
Yes.
So let's start this side, because I know you're going to just introduce this to us anyway when we come to it, because this is the use of the tubing, and you've made with the Lisa
yes,
Pavelka.
With the texture sheets. I've just done some clay, various patterns of clay, the bronzes in the vintage pack, bronzes, the pearls and the black.
Oh yeah.
And then use the texture sheet just to give it a different look. And that pack just goes so well.
That's this pack here, darling, isn't it? Have I nudged it into shots?
That pack, and this pack was the one that I was sent.
Right.
But then I used a little bit of
Thank you,
pearl.
darling.
Sorry, that's not the mosaic pack. Beg your pardon, completely wrong. Mosaic pack. So I used the copper and the bronze from there, and just added a tiny bit of pearl and some black to that.
I see, because you get 8 in that mosaic pack, and that's just 2 of them, you see.
You do, yes.
Now we've got our tubing, and you've cut it once here, and obviously you've used it all the way around. If I just give us a bit of a twist for Paul there on camera. You've wrapped it. What have you wrapped it with, Debbie?
Chain.
Oh,
I've just
okay. I was thinking there's no wire in this kit, so what has she wrapped it with? I'm just really different way of using the chain. Isn't that beautiful? Now we will come back to that because you're going to show me that.
Yes.
But just to carry on with your designs, a lovely simple stretchy, am I right?
Simple stretchy. Can't go wrong with a simple stretchy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. That look, I like the way you've picked out the sort of the whiter ones there as well, and lovely use of the gold-plated balls there, and then a little touch of the
really simple.
Yeah. Beautiful, those two work gorgeously together. Now this again, fabulous use of the tubing. I've not seen this before. Cutting it, no, I haven't. Like I said, I didn't know we did this diameter.
I think it's only done in the bronze.
Oh, is
I think
it?
the black as well. I think they're using the black.
Isn't this beautiful?
But, I think personally it goes well with the clay. When I demonstrate or I display pendants, it's nice to put them on something more substantial than just a piece of memory wire.
Yes.
So I use the tubing a lot. I just think it's lovely. I like that matte finish against the shiny gems. I think it works. And
again, you're saving so much anyway, because you don't have to use half your gems, because lovely lengths on that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. I do like this because they fall so differently, don't they? Instead of always having to use chain, you know, you've just got over your wire.
And you could, if you wanted to, put wire down that and have them actually angled. You know, have like a waterfall. So that would look quite nice.
Beautiful. Yes, I've seen the wire, a sturdier wire sort of threaded through it.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Now again, gorgeous use of the chain there, lovely earrings there to match the bracelet. This is all used out of the kit, that gold-plated loop, wide loop chain there on your shepherd hooks. You've got 3 pairs of earrings because you get the 3 pairs in there. So we've got, are these polymer clay creations here?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's the chandelier.
Oh, that's a chandelier.
That I've just covered in the clay.
Wow. That's the foil, the Lisa Pavelka foil as well. And then the leaves. They are fabulous, aren't they? Tying in beautifully with the bronzite of the necklace we looked at earlier. Aren't they gorgeous?
It's like a very well-known chocolate.
And then this finish, because you've got the gold-plated toggle in there as well. This is beautiful. So you've got your polymer clay. You've made little bead caps.
That's using the star cutter.
Ah, and the cutter
star
pack.
cutter, just to make your little bead caps. I do that quite often, actually. They're really nice.
Don't know if you can see that, Paul, here. They're just at the top here, honey. The bead caps. I'll show you that angle. Yeah? Are they gorgeous?
There's one on that necklace. You might get it actually on the other necklace a bit better, but...
Just have that. And then at the back, actually, you've created sort of bead tubes.
Yes, to finish it off with what I had left of the clay.
Yeah. See? That lovely rainbow foil there. And then moving on, because the predominance of this I know is your polymer clay, but
I just had the gold balls and things left, and I thought, well, what am I going to do with the rest of the pins? So actually, this is completely separate from the kit, I suppose. But this again is the bronze and the copper clay and a little bit of chocolate clay, and then just some little head pins twisted in between. And
very dramatic, because we know those big dramatic necklaces are big, you know, definitely in for the autumn season.
Absolutely, yes. They're more like collars than necklaces, and this in particular, I've seen a similar design coming in for the winter, and it is really, really popular, really popular. Yeah. And if you were to do that I've done it in a black and silver and a black and a pearl, and it looks really stunning when it's on, because a lot of the dresses are like that dress I got on the maxi dress, but some of them are strapless.
Yes.
And you want something up here to fill that
just
gap.
to break up that expansive neckline.
Yes. And I think that works really well. But that is just the cutters that are in that we've got in the kit. These teardrop cutters, and I think there are 7 different sizes, 5 or 7 different sizes. Not in that one. There's another.
That's the other set.
Of
I see. Yeah.
25 cutters, I think. And that's just using the different sizes of these. And then just using the Lisa Pavelka texture stamp that's like the crackle. Yeah. And that's what's on there.
Yes, we've had a lady just visit. She's getting the foils and she's getting the Lisa Pavelka, the texture stamps as well. So it's amazing just how much further your kit goes, even just with the introduction of the polymer clay.
And this is just half a pack. When you think it's just half a pack of each, it's 1 pack of clay, which is a couple of pounds.
And it looks stunning.
Effective, yeah.
Okay, darling, it's the tubing we were just going to look at, just because it's something new we don't tend to see a lot of. So,
now do think about your tubing in a way. Think of shapes, designs, and how I played with it. I just put it down on my board at home and thought, right, if I had that, now what else could I do? Could I do a second? You could do a third. You could have one crossing over. Yeah. I thought, well, how am I going to do that?
Visually seeing it, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to play with it for a while. Don't think you've got to use the fasteners, which is the bar. I know we've got some of those on the website.
Yeah,
but if you don't want to use those, all you need to do is just take a normal piece of beading thread and feed it through. Just keep feeding it through, right until it comes out the other side. There we go. Okay. And just crimp. Ring clasp. So that's all I did on that one. How simple is that? Really, really simple. Now, I had the chain, and luckily, the chain fits beautifully over the top of the tubing. And I just went through every other link. I won't do that here because it took me absolutely ages to do it.
Oh, bless your patience, yeah.
But it just feeds through every second link. And then you have like a beaded or a chained tubing. Now, the second piece of tubing, that's really what I want to show you, is the bit that's on the bottom. So if I cut the second piece of tubing, that can either be put with beading thread or with wire if you want it more accentuated. I have done this actually, go into a point, cut it in half and have it go into a point with a pendant on, which looks nice. But if I just pop this down here, again, all I did was using beading thread, not wire. And, oh, one thing I haven't got is crimps, I'm sorry.
That's all right, Tony.
Grab my little box of tricks from underneath here. There we go. Take a crimp. This is just like finishing off the end of your necklace, really. And then a ring. Bend the wire back. For those new people that have just started, this is how to start and finish your necklace. And then push the beading thread back through, and that's all you see. Now, because we have these lovely crimp covers now, you could cover that and it just looks like a gold ball on the end. And then that, you can either feed on the rest of the tubing, or obviously open it up if you've beaded it and close it. And there you have your thread. Whoops.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple, and then do the same the other end. And then if you bead it, that keeps it apart. If you don't, it's just going to go flat.
Ah, yes.
So you need to put something between it. So I put all the chain on first, and then put this on, and it held it in place. Can I pinch that over?
Yes, darling. Yeah, absolutely.
You can see what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the one I had made. So I put all the chain along the necklace first, and then put the ring and the little ball and a crimp onto here, and then put the pendant. Because you've got chain pushing against it, it keeps it into an arc.
Yeah, and the weight of that pendant sort of pulls the arc, doesn't it? Yeah.
But you can, as I say, you can do different things with this. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, do a second arc, and have it coming down, or have a smaller one in the middle, and perhaps have some beads coming off it. Think about it as making shapes. Think about it as wire. Don't think about it as just a piece of rubber tubing.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Because you can make all
you
sorts of things. You can also make it into a ring band.
I like the ring bands, yeah.
Because they're nice and
yeah.
And you could use that as part of the ring shank, and then put a bead on top with some wire fed through. So think about different ways of using it. It's really useful. Really useful.
Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, fantastic. Right. Nice to see the tubing in there, because we don't get to experience it very often, but it just adds a fantastic, and I do like it, just simple snips there in your 2-wire weave there, just gorgeous, really lovely.
Really works, and it's nice and light to wear as well.
Yeah, perfect, just really gorgeous there. I like that tassel with it, yeah. Alrighty, that's our second new kit of the day. We're warming up for our launch just after midday of the chrome dioxide, but let's have another look at some of your fabulous designs this week on the Wall of Fame. Hi, welcome back. Alrighty, so who have you got there, darling?
Okay, this is number 66. This is from Janet in Surrey. Good morning, everyone. My entry this week is a necklace of agate and jasper. The agate I've had quite a long time and was part of a kit called Eternal Flame, which I loved and bought several times. Oh gosh, hope you like it. Love and best wishes to all. See, she's kept things for a long time and then suddenly used them.
Clearly love the kit to buy more than one. Yeah, fantastic. I can see why you love it. And this is actually a similar technique we were looking at last week, putting the gems through, similar way we were just talking about there. Through the gizmo coil. I think Tina was talking about it. This is number 64, and potato pearls in 2 shades of green and copper, and then the 1mm wire from Jewellery Maker. Yeah, it's Tina. She says, this design stolen from one of your experts with my own twist. It's my first attempt at making the hook fastening from the copper wire. Yeah, Tina showed us how to do that on Friday. She says, a week today. She says, thank you for all the brilliant ideas. That's Linda and crew. Linda, fantastic to see you adapting those ideas, and a fantastic result. Good luck on Wednesday, you're number 64.
Super. This is number 67 from Carol in Essex. Good morning to you all. This is my Wall of Fame entry. They are 2 rings made from Jewellery Maker Blue Jay and silver plated wire and purple stone from my stash. Love that.
Love those rings.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Fantastic. Well and done. This is number 65, lovely tiara stroke fascinator. And Angie Rawlinson. Her first attempt at a tiara made from the antique wire, pink quartz, frosted quartz and sunstone from my stash, and smoky quartz in the heart. Yeah. Love the show? Well, Angie, we love your design. You're number 65. Good luck for Wednesday's prize draw. Now, we need some here, obviously. We'd love to hear from you. We just want to give a shout out and say hi, but specifically as well, if you have any questions that you want to ask regarding the polymer clay or the foils, we're concentrating on the foils and the Lisa Pavelka transfers, as it were, and the texture stamps today, simply because it's not something we tend to concentrate on a lot, so it's nice to experiment with that in our design. So let's give you that text messaging service. Make sure you start your text with JM Studio to 60777. Normal network charges apply, and we'll read it out live on air and just say hi and let us know how you're doing. It'd be lovely to hear from you, and especially if you want to draw on our talents today and ask a question.
Thank you.
You know, this is the time to do it. Don't be afraid to ask, and it doesn't matter. You know, you could whatever. Please don't think.
No, not at all.
There's no such thing as a silly question.
No,
I'm here to ask those things. That's my job. And I ask, and believe you me, because, you know, it might be totally obvious to somebody else, but it hasn't dawned on me. So please just send in your text and let us know if you've got any questions. How do you enter the Wall of Fame? The prize competition every Wednesday that we draw to win £100 worth of credit if you're the winner, or £50 worth of credit to spend with Jewellery Maker. You get plucked out of a hat. So let's find out how you do that.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making.
"20 minutes till the chrome dioxide." Now, if you love your garnet, I've got some fantastic garnet in a 3-strand bundle, but I've also got the tiger's eye. Yeah, fantastic tiger's eye. Beautiful, beautiful gem, but let's explore that together, because this is a 3-strand pack. And what have we got going on? Well, we've got 2 amazing strands of the tiger's eye, plus that beautiful, deep, rich red garnet. All right, let's take you through these gemstones. These are my 10mm tiger's eye. Oh, this is exciting, because I've not just got the chocolate brown and gold, I've got the red and the blue. So this strand incorporates the whole colour spectrum. Have a little look. And cuts so well, so I can see that chatoyancy. Oh yeah. So you've got the gold, you've got the reddish brown, yeah, and you've got the blue. Beautiful. I mean, if you're Botswana lines, your tiger's eye, we celebrate for its irresistible chatoyancy, from the French chatoyant, meaning cat's eye. And you should see that gliding across the surface. You've got the red, the blue, the golden brown there. It looks quite a dark blue, it's quite a navy blue. But when it's cut well, as you can see in this strand, you see that lovely chatoyancy in there as well. Beautiful. Love the reds in there as well, the gold. This is such a gorgeous strand. Lucky if we have one of the gold and maybe occasionally the blue, occasionally the red. But here you've got all of them, all 3, and they're, oh, let me just put that on the desk. Look at that. See the rolling? Beautiful. It's one mineral replacing another. It's almost like leaping in and then going, oi, get out of the way, and shoving him out of the way, and that's your pseudomorph. It's not two combining to make something new. He's pushing the other one out of the picture. Your crocodilite. Gorgeous, isn't it? Really rich, and you can see that chatoyancy. I love this gem. It's almost holographic. The property, I can only way to describe it is it's a holographic sort of property to the gemstone. It's beneath the surface, been cut really well, so it glides across the surface. They used to make synthetics of it. I don't know if they probably still do, but they used to make synthetics of this beautiful gem to create asterisms and chatoyancy. And then, gosh, yeah, I mean, they've been making synthetics for over 100 years. And then you've got the golden 8mm. Now these are 150 carats. Your other strand was 270. And see how well cut they are. See that beauty. Talking of Christine's text earlier about the Botswana, they do almost have almost like a marble quality to them. I mean, look at them, like lightning. Say lightning never strikes twice. Well, you never see two the same. And that's the miracle of Tiger's Eye. Every single one, its chatoyancy, its conclusions, its patterning, they're all unique, like the tiger stripes. No two are ever the same. Yeah, like the tiger's stripes, like the little tiger's little black markings above his ears. And then you've got the beautiful garnet. Oh, now again, this is going to look almost black on screen, but it's a daystone, remember. I'm not sure the magnificence of my torch will make any difference, quite frankly. So careful, Debbie, put your sunglasses on, it could blind you, darling.
Really? Okay.
Can I just ask the viewers to, careful now.
Look away.
Look away. The torch is on. I couldn't even tell if it's on or off. The torch, I know it's blinding, but be careful. We'll try. I don't know why bother. Any difference whatsoever? Is that even on? Oh, careful. I think I've just blinded everybody. Anything? Anything? Anyone? Hello? No. What is that for? Would you just... What is the point? Do you know what I mean? It's just pointless. Hey? That's the extent. The batteries are dead. I think the light, there's no bulb in there. They get more light off of lighting a match, wouldn't I? Goodness me. Anyway, there's just so much beautiful. Just do this. The litmus test is get them home, take them outside. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. They're a really lovely dark burgundy red. It's not like your pillar box red. It's a dark burgundy red. It's slightly like they're black, but they're not. They're a beautiful, rich pyro red. Gorgeous, and that's 230 carats. Now I can say my last garnet strands, the Gems of Distinction strand, provided, you know, ample opportunity for quite a few, but they sold out. So I appreciate this is a darker grade, as it were, but still you've got the quality of your garnet, and again they're lovely. And you've got the tiger's eyes. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? It's just fantastic. Gorgeous. They're so beautiful with pearls. Take them outside, have a little look. 3 gorgeous strands. I mean, these are our sumptuous strands, these are. I love tiger's eye. I love our tiger's eye. Because there's other... Yeah, you can see more of the reds, can't you, in there, in the recording there. More of a blackcurrant pearl in there. Beautiful. But again, that's what your 30-day money-back guarantee is all about. You won't need to get torches out. You'll see that when you get it home. Sounds like you're in trouble, Jack. What have you done, Jack? Why is she calling you in? What have you done? He's in trouble, everybody. 3-strand pack, the tiger's eye and the garnet. Shall we launch? Let's do it. Beautiful. Do you like the tiger's eye, Debbie?
I do. I love anything that's got 2 colours to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love plain coloured beads, but
of course,
I think that's why I like Botswana.
Exactly.
I think because you just get a different sheen to it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I mean, they sit
Absolutely
next
beautiful.
to each other because they're all so different. They're all just it's a lovely melting pot of beautifulness,
yeah,
isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Nice. I like those 3 colours there. You could just leave these as they are. $14.95. Well, if my Botswana was the bargain of the day, then this is a serious contender as well for that prize, because that is a fantastic prize. Beautiful. And again, I'm shocked. I mean, I would say $14.95 just for the 10mm. You know the 3 colours there, the triumvirate there. I would say, you know, $14.95 just for that strand, but to actually have the garnet in there as well. I mean, I could even argue that just for the garnet, because that is a big carat weight, 270 carats. But then you've got the other 2 strands of your tiger's eye as well. It's a great introduction to this beautiful gem. If you've not seen it before, you can really see it on the close-up there, which is beautiful, because that's exactly what I'm seeing. And you know, you've got the movement in the tiger's eye, the golds. I mean, as Debbie just said, it really stands out. You know, when you see just more than one colour. And it moves. This is the beauty of it. Your jewellery's going to move as you move. It moves on the body as you're walking. You know, and you're going to see that chatoyancy glide and react to the bend and the angle of the light. Look great with that Bronze Age kit as well, wouldn't it?
It would. You know what they remind me of? The holographic pictures.
Yes.
That you see on the wall.
Yes.
Where the face moves. That's what they remind me of.
Exactly that. That's exactly what it's like. You look one angle and it's smiling. You look the other angle and it's something else, a gorilla or something. £14.95, bargain. But please don't miss out, because it's not often we have the 2 strands of the tiger's eye plus a garnet strand for under £15. I mean, this is what we've got to think about. So today's the day. Now's the time to dial on that free phone number. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee, but it could be another month before you see me, because any natural gem like this, it's all down to the deposit, it's all down to the sourcing, it's all down to the market forces of what's popular, what we can get at an affordable price point. Any demand that goes up in popularity invariably goes up in price point. So take advantage while it's affordable, because you know what the market's like for your gemstones, especially coloured gemstones. It fluctuates. So they're not as centralised as the diamond market. So there's a greater degree of fluctuation and market forces in terms of what's trendy, what's popular, what people are buying. And Jewellery Maker, the love of it is, it's what you love, that's what you get. Yeah. Are you up for a bit more polymer clay, darling? I know it's kind of, what we'll probably have to do is sort of interrupt it momentarily for the midday break, as it were, because I've got my launch and my chrome, but if you're all right with that...
You can come over.
Is that all right, darling?
Pleasure, yeah.
Because we'll go and do a little bit more polymer clay, and then I will interrupt Debbie for my launch of my chrome dark side. She won't mind, she won't mind.
No.
It's because we're just trying to catch up on time as well, because I want to pack it all in for you. So, because I don't want to do this now, because I did say midday to everybody, and I feel it's unfair, especially if someone set their phones and they're just thinking, well, that's not fair. She did it 2:45, 10:02. So, just after 12, okay? I will stay to that. So let's go see Debbie and talk about a little bit more about the polymer clay. I think we're going to look at the leaf technique. Debbie doesn't mind, I'm going to take a lovely cup of tea with me.
Not at all.
And then, you know, if we don't get so far, I'll come back and we'll just carry on where we left off, darling.
Not a problem, not a problem at all. Right, I did this quite some time ago, actually, 2 weeks or more ago.
It's always the way, isn't it?
I know.
You had about 12 kids to win.
I know. And I just thought, autumn leaves, I know Hannah did that stunning necklace. That's a beautiful necklace of leaves, and I'd already done this and I thought, oh dear, never mind.
Oh, great minds think alike.
But leaves are a big thing, leaves, butterflies, that sort of thing. So anyway, this is how to do it. Taking some black clay. Black clay, if anyone's makes a lot of jewellery, you'll know that you'll use a lot of black clay. I actually use some bronze on there, but I haven't got one open. I don't want to open a brand new packet, so I'll use this for now. So I'm going to use, grab greaseproof paper. I'm going to use part of the rainbow foil, and I picked a particular part. I don't know if you can see the colours there. A particular part. There we go. A particular part of the green and gold. So I've just picked the edge. Do you see there?
Yes.
Just pick the edge because that's the colour I wanted on the leaves. So this is good because you can pick your colours on this.
Yeah.
You haven't got to go into a brand new sheet.
Yeah, or you can have the two, like you've got
well, you can do the whole thing if you wanted to. Really nice. Right, beautiful. So I'm going to rub, like I did earlier, just with a piece of greaseproof paper, just to produce some friction. And with the friction you produce heat. So you don't need to press down on this. It's just to build up a little bit of heat. And as I said earlier, you should do this for a good 2 minutes really, but I'm just going to do it very quickly and see if it's stuck. Yeah, there's a few holes there, but that'll be fine. The heat of the studio makes the clay nice and stiff.
Well, it's turning it to putty a bit, isn't it?
It is actually.
By the time we've finished, it's a big globule mess.
So I'm going to do a couple of leaves here just to show you how it's done. This is from the cutter set that you'll find on the website that has the flowers, and I think it has stars and hearts, etc. And I'm just going to pick a couple of the leaf cutters and cut it so, can you see the two, if I lift that up, you see the two different colours. Yeah.
You've got a bit of the blue there, yeah.
That's right. So I'm going to cut this across the colours because I want it partly green,
partly gold.
Partly gold. So I'm just going to cut into it. There's a larger leaf, and I cut a tiny one as well.
The sheen of that metallic
I know.
foil is just fantastic.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It really shimmers.
Absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
If you haven't tried these yet, seriously, I can't express enough how much it is worth a go.
No.
Just give them a go. It will
Absolutely.
transform.
I've said this before, but
polymer clay.
I've done gold and silver bands and actually made big cuffs of them, and they look stunning. The colour,
amazing.
Beautiful. So put that to one side, and you can use that for other things, obviously. Now for the leaf, what I've done is I've just taken a cocktail stick and just run it through the clay to give the centre of the leaf. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then, again, I've just done the leaf.
Oh yes,
veins.
the little veins, yeah.
Okay, like that. Do the other side.
You always drew these when you were a kid, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Still do.
If you push in, it will just bring the colour of the clay underneath. I'm just going to put this tile down now. Then, make a little hole in the top, which is where your jump ring is going to go. And just run your fingers along the edges because it can be a little bit rough where you've cut your clay. Now, I've baked these on a tile and I used my cutters, various cutters, and propped one side up like that.
The curling of the leaf, you see.
Because as they get warm, they'll just fall.
Yeah.
So just use a couple of cutters or something and just so they are twisted. So when they are baked, they will be like a twisted leaf.
Beautiful.
Okay, you just need to prop them up.
Yeah.
You can use anything really. Anything
Yeah, just something that will withstand the heat, really.
Absolutely, or some cocktail sticks because they can go into the oven. So just prop them up so they are like a twisted leaf. And again, I'll show you again, if you just pull the excess, because it will be a bit rough down the edge, make a little hole and just twist.
So this is essentially how you did the earrings, isn't it, as well?
Exactly,
yeah.
So
they
do a
look
twist.
gorgeous.
Okay. And you could foil both sides actually if you wanted to.
Right. Would we, now, so before we shaped, I would just, and turning it over on the, wouldn't take away my,
no.
take away my foil button.
Not to, no, then foil on the other side. That's
there you
fine.
go.
And if you wanted to do this pattern,
yeah.
If I quickly just fold this clay over again. Imagine this is bronze clay. And I used various size cutters, pushed it into the clay, and then just used the Lisa Pavelka texture sheet, which looks like a crackle. Make sure it's straight, and just push that on top, like so. And if you run your fingers around the edges, it just softens the edges just slightly. And then that was how we did. If I put this by this other necklace, if I just pop this
Yes, stunning.
And that's how simple is that? Just really, really simple. And if you do that in different colours, you can do it in pearls, you can do it in black. It does look really pretty in the silver clays. You can use the bronze, you know, the old gold, and I've done the black and old gold, which is absolutely stunning.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Really, really easy ways of getting. And kids love doing this. Anything shiny.
Oh gosh,
get them to
magpies
cut
like
their charms out.
Yeah,
you know. And if you've got a cocktail stick and you've got foil,
name.
you can write an initial into it, like I just did with the leaf. They can have their own initials. They can write names into it.
Fantastic. And like you said, the lovely, you know, if that was your little motif, your finishing touch on your designs. You know,
I've seen people who've done bees, who's done cherries, and they've made tiny leaves and two little red cherries, and gorgeous, lovely, really, really lovely. I love playing. I could play this all day. Probably
you need to get playing. So these are the foils here that we're just demonstrating, that we're just showing you there. There's all the colours. The Lisa Pavelka. And if you just tuned in, we talked at great length about this at the start of the show as well on our other demonstrations, the hearts, which she said always prove popular when you do your course. So you've got the blue, the purple, the red, the rainbow we've just been demonstrating with, the magenta and the lovely dark green. And you get a lot out of those foils, and they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then we're just talking about the textured stamps there.
Yes.
You've got those, so
if
we'll get those up.
is interested in texture stamps, Rachel Norris and myself are filming a DVD next week. And we're doing 1 or 2 designs using the foils and then stamping onto them. And using the wire twists around the clay, and some of the things that Rachel's come up with are absolutely beautiful. And these can obviously cross over because you can ink these and then stamp onto the foils, or ink them and then stamp onto the clay, and you can do some beautiful designs, especially the love letters stamp. You have the letter. Oh, it's one of the things that we've done at Heart is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so myself. It's very nice.
And this is you and
Rachel Norris doing a DVD on Tuesday, I think, and it'll be out very soon.
Now your DVD edition 2 is already out, the polymer clay, and you do go into the foils in that anyway.
Yes.
This is this one here, but I just because there's another 2 designs, because you've got another 2 of those.
There
just
are
2 different.
loads of designs.
See the bullseye.
There are
the
about 6
orbit.
or 7 packs, I think. This is a fabulous design because if you do this in gold clay, if you stamp this onto gold clay and then use little round cutters, you've got coins. You could do a little coin bracelet or a little coin earrings. There's all sorts of things there. Loads and loads of patterns.
They come in packs of 2, don't they?
They do.
I think we're going to get a price up for those on the.
Soft. They're brilliant.
Yeah, and they, like you said, brilliantly with the resin as well.
Yes.
That's £9.95 for the 2, so you get 2 in a pack. I meant
Yes.
£9.95 per pack.
Absolutely.
And like you said, there's loads of different ones there.
Yes.
So, and that was the DVD, £4.95. That's the code for the Lisa Pavelka texture stamps, and the DVD £4.95. That's edition 2. Debbie does express working with the foil in that DVD.
Yes,
that's
I do.
£4.95. Sculpey Clay, it's part 2. Alrighty, we're going to look at the Lisa Pavelka moulds just very briefly, and we're going to then launch the chrome dioxide, and then we're going to see where we are, because we've got that 3rd kit to do, and anything else we want to talk about as well with your good self, of course, regarding the polymer clay or next week's shows as well. So please don't go anywhere. We've got another brilliant hour packed full of ideas. Keep your questions coming in. Ask Debbie anything. And the text messaging service as well, 60777. Start your message, JM Studio, because today's the day to ask while she's with us, while we're on the subject of it. Okie doke. So don't forget, on the back of this, we'll look at Lisa's moulds. sounds a bit funny.
Sounds very strange.
Look at Lisa's moulds. And then come back and launch the chrome dioxide. Please don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it, because the garnet's sold out.
Jewellery Maker are proud to present our new range of Lisa Pavelka border moulds. Make incredible polymer and silver clay border designs to embellish your creations quickly and easily. Each mould contains 4 different borders which give a wide range of textures and patterns. Use alongside our crafting foils and textured stamps to add a different dimension to your clay creation. To view a full range of Lisa Pavelka products, visit our website.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Hi all, firstly, thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 years. Now, as a result of our growth, we are completely out of space in our current warehouse. We even sometimes struggle to locate some of our existing stock, but we are working 24 hours a day to combat these situations, and we're actually introducing new features on basis. Now, as some of you are already aware, we will be moving into our new warehouse very soon, which is 5 times larger than our existing facility. So we would like to apologise in advance for any occasional inconvenience or delay that you may experience during this transitional period. Thank you again.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
I sound a bit mannish, don't I?
I feel like this is like a screen test or something.
The Late Show with Jenny Clary.
How would I best describe myself?
Loud.
Like a bottle of lemonade.
Annoying.
It's kind of all shaken up. And I'm just waiting for somebody.
I'm not showing you a dance move, it's not happening.
Don't make me do it, Chloe. It is embarrassing, though. I don't really want you to show this.
You ready? Sure?
I can't. I'll do a bit of robotics. Cut it out, all right, cut it out, edit it out. A celebrity impression.
I could take you on a journey.
I don't know, I haven't got any good ones. Not good at impressions.
And then you go right down south to the Southern Belle like that. You start talking like you're from Alabama.
I do a lot of New York when I'm talking about smoky quartz.
Over to the West Coast like that, and you're talking like that, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know.
Don't forget, I'm a parent, so anything I do is just going to look embarrassing. Okay, stop. That is surely a wrap.
Last year, Gems TV held its first ever Christmas gala dinner, raising over £6,000 through auctions and raffles to go towards projects in Zambia. And this summer, we're doing it again. Join us on Friday the 10th of August at the Stratford Manor Hotel for our Summer Sparkle Ball. Set in the heart of England, surrounded by 21 acres of landscape grounds, this quintessential English hotel will provide the perfect venue for an evening of fantastic food, auctions, raffles and a live band, which is guaranteed to get everyone on the dance floor. With even bigger auctions and more raffle prizes to be won, choose from 3 different packages, with tickets starting from just £59 per person. But be quick to book, as presenter-hosted tables are strictly limited and bound to sell out fast. To book your tickets, call 0845 6588 663 or go to our website for more details. The Summer Sparkle Ball with Gems TV.
Our standard delivery is now only £2.95 per day, regardless of how many pieces of jewellery are added to your order. Delivery takes between 4 to 6 working days, and if you want your jewellery quicker, simply speak to our call centre about our premium delivery service.
It is the standard delivery of £2.95 for the day. Now we're into our last hour of the live show, but don't forget this evening's live show as well till 9, and we're about to launch the chrome diopside. This is such a beautiful gem. Let's have a little look, because basically it's like your rich green emeralds coupled with clarity, outstanding clarity. That's what, oh, look at that. That's what you can expect of this rich chrome diopside from Yakutia in Siberia. The Russian deposit actually was only found in 1988, and obviously since the fall of the Iron Curtain, as it were, the gem became a lot more popular. But however, this inevitably has made it more and more scarce, as the discovery of the deposit literally hasn't caught up with the constant, rising demand, and that demand has really increased over in Asia there, in the Chinese market. And what has happened at the source, there are less and less miners going back each year because there's less and less to be garnered, to be got. And even on our sister channel, when we go to the gem fairs, we've been to 4 recently, come back empty-handed, because there's only been the lower grade chrome diopside on offer, and none comparing with the beautiful, rich, vivid emerald greens that you're experiencing this strand from our gems of distinction, and coupled with that great clarity, because you've got a strong brilliance brought out by this beautiful rondelle cut, which will result in this gem just being an absolutely scintillating sparkler with a fantastic shine. Now this is a natural gemstone. This is a pure natural gemstone. So, we're in the time, what are we in July now? It's May, June, July, August, 3 or 4 months a year. That's only normally the time when, the Russian diopside can be accessed. This is what makes the mining of this gem even scarcer still. You've got these wonderful greens that are so intense, and even when you're talking about your loose gems on our sister channel, anything over 3 carats can cause the light extinction in the gemstone, and your piece of jewellery will lose its appeal. So don't think negatively because they're smaller rondelles. That's a bad point. That's a great point, because under this kind of carat weight and size, it simply looks better, especially with that skilled cut bringing out those intense greens. And that's down to the presence of iron, chromium as it were. It gets that vivid colour from that chromium as well. So constantly in a rise in demand. With the scarcity of the deposit going down each year, there's less and less miners going there, and we know that because we've been sourcing from them direct for the last 8 years now. But a beautiful, beautiful gem, and often you find it as a diamond indicator. Diamonds grow alongside it. Sometimes you see it as an inclusion growing inside your diamonds as well. So think the brilliance, the fire of your diamonds coupled with the rich greens, those beautiful medium to medium dark tones of your emeralds. Pair those two fantastic, strong characteristics together, and you have got beauty beyond belief. Now, although your emeralds are the most famous of the green gems, your diopsides are scarcer still, especially chrome diopside from Russia. And yet, better affordability, greater clarity, just as much vivid intensity of colour, but for the jewellery maker like yourself, greater affordability. Now, carat weight wise, what have we got, honey bun? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. 20 carats, 20 carats. That is huge for this beautiful gemstone, this rare, beautiful gemstone. When you're in, you know, northern Siberia, Yakutia, freezing hypothermia, bone-crushing temperatures in the winter of -77. You know, you've got the floods of spring. The only people you're going to see there are the Yakut herdsmen and, you know, the caribou, moving them around up onto higher plains. It's there in the tiger zone. It's there in one of the largest, moving into an area with the largest coniferous forest. You're up there in the desolate mountains there, where this beautiful gem lies hiding and waiting. But you can see it's worth all the effort, can't you? Because the quality, the beauty is unsurpassed. They really are precious beauties. But of course, less readily available, but you know, availability and demand, it doesn't always go hand in, you know, valuableness, price points don't always go hand in hand, because it's those gems sometimes that are more heavily marketed that tend to be sometimes a little bit more expensive. This isn't as readily available as even your precious rare emeralds, but you do get a big whopping carat weight and all of that beauty, all of that wonderful quality in this 20 carat, 40 centimetre strand, a little bit longer than our normal ones there. And graduating, I would say from 2.5, 3 up to 5 again, because they're quite big at the bottom there as well. Even you just use, you know, I've just used maybe 10 or so on your, what do you call that, monofilament. And then creating a spiral of silver or beady beading or wrapping around through and around your chain. Just, you know, you don't have to use a huge amount. I've seen people as well just restrand these gems of distinction as well, and then double their profit, as it were. Just simply restrand, place the silver clasp on or whatever design they're doing, sell it at the local hairdressers. I've had one lady come in, she said she bought about 3 or 4 strands and did exactly that. Made 100% profit. I thought, fair play to her, you know, in terms of what she sold. And one lady came in and bought the lot. So I was like, good for you, good for you. But we buy it because of its beauty and its quality, 2 to 4 millimetres to be exact in sizing. The graduated chrome diopside. You can see the way it's cut. You know, you can see that brilliance, you can see that light, you can see that quality and that richness. Oh, it's electrifying. It's so vivid, so intense. You know, but not dark toned, because we're going to lose all that intensity, that vividness, that loudness of colour, that strength of colour if the gem is too darkly saturated. It's lost to the eye. But you're getting those beautiful, bright, vivid bottle greens. But again, limited availability, double figures. Again, I don't have over 100 of these. It's the same as the garnet. The garnet all got allocated. Now this is, as I'm sure you appreciate, rarer than even the beautiful garnet. Okay, I know you know that. Harder to come by. You know, it's not as readily available mining-wise worldwide. So an exceptionally rare gemstone. So a little bit of background there for you if you're ever integrating it into your designs, telling people about it. Beautiful graduated chrome diopside, from the Greek words dis and opsis, meaning two-faced in the way you have to orient the gem because of its cleavage. that beautiful gemstone. Let's launch it, brand new today. $29.95, 20 carats. Incredible. How would you use this in your designs, Deborah?
I quite like them just putting one or two on the head pin and putting just a single pearl at the bottom, and then having them on the head pin just so they catch the light when you have the earrings.
That sounds beautiful.
I always like using those sorts of things if you've got a nice pendant to make the bail, because that's the feature of your neck look.
Exactly,
just
yeah.
Catches the light.
That's a great one for the bail, because you often see gems studded in bails.
That's right.
For maid jewellery, don't you? Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's a
Very
great
nice.
one. Just adds that luxury, that flash of distinction, that elegance, that richness, that expense to your design. And therefore as well, you're not massively overusing your strand. It goes a long way. I mean, I haven't sat down and counted how many gemstones are on here, but boy, oh boy, hundreds. There's got to be close to 200. There's got to be close. I mean, I'm not going to sit down and count them. You'll be here with me forever. But $29.95, bargain. And when you work it out per gem, I mean, you know the value bill. You know the nature of this gem. You know, you can see that quality, and that beauty is yours. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Go like hotcakes. No wonder there. I don't blame you, because it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now we're getting ready to launch our final kit. So we'll get Debbie to set up her designs regarding that. But I know there's less than 10 of these now remaining in current stock. So good luck on the phone, good luck on the web. It's been an absolute sellout success there. About less than 10 remaining. Always give us a go though, you know, give us a phone call in an hour's time. But, you know, just proceed to check out, my lovely web buyers. Please proceed to check out, because you don't want that to slip through your fingers if you're just bidding for it. I want you to be successful, and you know, you obviously loved it and you rang up for it, so we want it going to you as opposed to losing it in the land of the internet. Right, let's launch our fourth new kit today called Star Power. Black and silver, like your t-shirt. And I like your jewellery you got on today. Is that yours? You just found it? Is it? Come here, show everybody. Jack's got a beautiful cross. It's like something you could actually make here on Jewellery Maker. Did you make it? Did you buy it? No, you can say. No, just have a little look at the chain, because it's the chain that interests me. I wanted you to model it. He's not modelling it.
Oh.
You got it stuck around your wires now. Yeah. It's got the crucifix, which is iconic anyway, isn't it? Look at this. This is brilliant. But Jack, the jewellery, you look fantastic in it, Jack, can I say? He's not afraid to wear his jewellery. Look at that. It's like the fake pearls, fake whatever, but that's all right. I'll forgive you. Just the once. Oh, brilliant. It's got sort of the pearls along there. You could have pearls and silver pearls and hematite, and then just the cross pendant, which you could make out of your polymer clay with Debbie. You look great in that. I've only just noticed you should make one. It looks great on you, that does. Right then. Sorry, it was the silver and the black that caught my eye, because that's what's going on in this kit. In fact, we've got the gems that we could make and then do our polymer clay little resin cross, and we'd be away. And with the Lisa Pavelka foil. Brilliant. Right, Star Power. Oh, the beautifulness. You're beautiful. We've got silver, we've got black labradorite, we've got black onyx, ooh, and green sage and silver shell pearls. So, went straight, the hand went straight for the expensive labradorite. Star, that's what they call you. Ah, look at the Star Power here. Now this is a superstar. You can see the shiller straight away of the 175 carats of the black labradorite 8mm rounds. Ooh, hello. There we go. Can you see that shiller of light? Gorgeous, isn't it? Ooh. Beautiful. All the way along the length, and faceted as well, and then you just get that metallic sheer of light, like the moonbeams, you know, on a cloudy evening night, and then the moon just goes behind the cloud and just lights it up, illuminates it from behind. That's what it kind of looks like. These are gorgeous. 175 carats, 8mm faceted rounds. So that's just your first strand. We don't see that lovely majestic black labradorite very often at all. Love it, love it. Then the silver potato pearls, you've seen me wearing those. I've been wearing a lovely bracelet made by Debbie throughout. In fact, I must give that back to Debbie because she'll be wanting to set up her store. The big silver potato pearls. And these are 7 to 9 millimeter. And then featuring in that gorgeous two-tone bracelet, the frosted rondelles of the black onyx, frosted, so that muted sort of almost like jet, coal black, lovely matte finish to it. It's just gorgeous, just looks so dark, so striking. And then your luster of your pearls, and then the shimmer and the luster of your faceted black labradorite with those lightning strikes, and then the 6 millimeter shell pearls. So they look perfectly uniformly round because it's the shell, and we're calling it sage green and silver, but I see the silver, well, it looks like a charcoaly colour, and then like a goldy mint colour, I think. There you go, that's what I see. Oh yeah, look at those gemstones. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Love to see that black labradorite in there. We don't often see that at all, do we? Beautiful. Now, you also get, in addition to this kit, you also get 10 of the spring lock clasps. Your bolt rings, basically. Spring lock, posh name, bolt rings. 10 of those. All 925, so it's important to make the distinction. All 925 sterling silver. So some extra clasps in there for your bracelets and in your, for your bracelets and your necklaces. Or when you're just making those little charms to hang off your necklaces, little charms, or people often use them as well when they're creating like a little charm to dangle off the back. Debbie was talking earlier about the nape of the neck and just creating a little drop. It could be a chain with a charm on, and you just, you want something a bit more versatile that you put on, you take off. They're great for that as well, and just add that finishing touch. Or handy to have as well if you created your own little insignia out of the polymer clay, your little legal initials on a little tag, jewellery tag, a great way to attach, and then they could just take it off as well. So beautiful, very versatile. You could just make a load, and then as you sell the jewellery or make the jewellery or give the jewellery away, just put it on there and then. All right, let's look at the other findings as well, because it's all 925 sterling silver. You've got the eye pins, you've got the head pins, you've got the open 5 millimeter jump rings and the 8 millimeter, so you get 3 each of those. You've got the split ring, 3 of those. Now those split rings are great. Great for, like I said, sliding pieces onto necklaces, using with your bolt ring clasps. Just really good. They're like a key ring. It looks like a little mini key ring made out of silver. And then you've got 2 pairs of shepherd hooks, 10 of the crimp beads, and don't forget those extra bolt rings, because you haven't got them in there, but you've got loads of jump rings in there, and the split rings, 9 of those. So we've got 10 of the bolt rings and enough added jump rings of different sizes should we want to use. But you can make loops out your beading thread, because you get your beading thread, your monofilament and your elastic as well. And I've seen people just make a loop and crimp out of the beading thread and then simply use that to hook onto their bolt ring. So it's not even those, you can use those jump rings in other ways as well in the kit. It's our 3rd new kit of the day. Remember, everything that you need to get started is built into this kit, new Jewellery Makers. So if you're loving the monochromatic look, which I know is a popular one, if you ever make your jewellery to sell or give to friends or for yourself to wear, really, you get your free DVD and your booklet about creating it, wearing it, sharing it, telling you how to get started. You get the Hub magazine, this month's Hub magazine as well, with how to get involved with our workshops and stay in touch via email and Twitter and tweet. So we give you the DVD as well. Every morning, 8 till 9 o'clock, there is an introduction to jewellery making on the show before we launch the live show at 9. So there's loads of Facebook family there as well. If you put that into that well-known search engine, the Jewellery Maker, it'll bring up the website. It'll bring up the site rather, that people talk about their designs, help each other with issues that they've got or design ideas. So there's a real friendly family of jewellery makers there that will help you further in your designs. Alrighty, let's launch it and then go over to Debbie and see those designs. Straight down to under £30. Now remember, you've got those 4 gorgeous strands, that incredible shiller and the quality of the black labradorite. We can really see that labradorite, as it were. And you've also got silver, plus those extra 10 bolt rings in there. It's all 925 sterling silver as opposed to the silver plate. That's not a criticism, but it does give a variance because of the purity of the silver, obviously, and the quality. So gorgeous, love those strands, and the jewellery works fantastically together as well. So it's only while stocks last at $29.95. So whatever you do, don't miss out, because we're going to go see Debbie in a moment to see the designs. See how we go. Okay, now we've got some polymer clay and some of them that we looked at earlier, and why not, because that's what today's show is all about. I'm going to start with your favourite.
Actually, I'll move that one out of the way because that's only got a few head pins in that I'll have left over.
Okay, darling, fair enough. I'm going to start with this one because this is,
I love that.
We are going to look at this in terms of a design feature, but it is your favourite, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love that. I think the colours are quite vintage.
Yeah, very vintage.
And they don't fall uniformly, the little bundle at the end. It sort of just moves as you walk. It's beautiful. I really like that. I like the contrast between the matte and the shine of the pearl. I think that looks really lovely, actually.
It's gorgeous, isn't it, in that onyx and the pearl. And the colours of the pearls just uniformly work so brilliantly together, don't they?
They do.
So that's a beautiful, beautiful necklace we've got there. Then we integrated the matte onyx faceted rondelles with those little leftover bits, and you made beads out of your polymer clay, didn't you? Is this a stretchy? Is it?
Just a stretchy.
Yeah. But it's so effective. I mean, you can see those Lisa Pavelka foils. These were just your scrap ends, am I right? And you just rolled
just
and...
a scrap, and I literally just rolled it up into a ball in my hand and cut it up.
And fantastic. I mean, it looks fantastic. You get all the colours there in the rainbow foil. And staying with the bracelets, now this is your more, is this your candy cane, your more traditional?
Yeah, it's more of the Millefiori sort of look.
Ah, that's right,
the colours running from one end of a cane to another that we'll be doing on Monday. But,
that's right, Monday, yeah.
That's just lots of different colours. That's got all the colours of the clay pack that I was given, every colour.
Oh, wow. And that's picking up with the labradorite schiller there.
That's right.
And then the matte, like you said, a lovely contrast of optical properties there. Pattern, the matte black, and then the schiller of light, the labradorite. Beautiful. And going up to the necklace now, because this introduces the gemstones plus some more of your polymer clay with the foils.
Just to show how it can work together. And this I did sort of a very matte finish. It has got foils on it, but just it's more like a leathery sort of.
Oh yes, it does look like antique leather, but
it does, but just layers and holes cut out, and there's different colours you can see through the holes, and then little bead caps, tiny little bead caps, star bead caps in the same. But yes, I like that. A bit more contemporary, but I do like that.
Yeah, and little bead caps. It's just getting the light on the. Yeah, there we go. You can see it now.
Little blue bead caps to fit over the top.
Gorgeous.
And it's rare you get a blue bead, so it's quite nice to be able to do it in the clay.
No, that's true actually, yeah, that's true. And some lovely foil clay earrings here.
Just little discs that are cut out of what's over after the heart.
Yeah, they're cute, so modern, just lovely and fresh, front and back, just that foil stick.
They are.
The $5.95, don't miss out. And then the simple earrings, now this is just using the gems and the silver in the kit as well.
That's right. Really, really simple, but I don't think you need to do anything else with those. I think the silver and the matte black just looks stunning.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely stunning.
How have you made those, darling? Have you...
The head pin, pushed through to the bottom, the ball's on the top, and then I thought there's a big gap at the bottom. Do I do a coil? I thought, no, do something different. So I just did a little loop and pushed it up over the top.
I like the way you've got those horizontally and those... Yeah, if we've got time, that'd be lovely, because I know we're going to show you the... and then the necklace now, you see, this is, again, using both entities.
Those were like I showed the skinner blend and then just roll it up into a spiral cane, which I did extremely late last night because I had some left over. And that's using the bronze and the turquoise and using a foil, like a bronzy foil underneath that just shows between.
Oh yeah, doesn't it? Yeah.
The discs. And then my favourite bracelet. I just love
I've been wearing it all
silver.
morning. It's so simple.
I just love black and silver. I think it goes with anything, doesn't it? Really,
doesn't it?
Just a timeless sort of.
Yeah, just bracelet. The matte black onyx, and then the pearls either side. Just really simple.
Simple, but I think it's lovely. I would wear that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I just wear it all day. It's just lovely. Just like I said, just simple and easy, and that's just all made out of the kit. Now the next, I'm just going to concentrate on, darling, because you're just going to show us the tassely.
Very quickly, yes. I started off by putting a few pearls onto a strand of beading thread. Imagine that's coming down the necklace on one side. And then I've made various tassels, and I'll show you how to make these. Okay, like this, ready to put on. First of all, I've taken a head pin. Now these pearls, because they are natural pearls, the hole isn't quite so big. So the eye pin, reamer, you can't get through.
Okay.
Because the eye pins are a lot thicker gauge wire to the head pins that have got the little ball on the end. So I put that one onto the head pin, and I'm going to wrap the top. So hold it with your pliers. Pull the top. This is so soft, you can do it with your fingers. And then just wrap it around the bead. Literally just wrap it. And there you have a wrapped loop. I'm just going to cut off the excess. Oops. There you go. You'll see I've done the same on these little beads here. Can you see that? A nice, neat little wrapped loop. All right, just make it nice and neat. And then that I put onto another bead. Now I'm going to use an eye pin now.
And that goes through the labradorite.
It does.
Yep.
And people ask me how I get uniform eyes. Well, on my pliers at home, I put a mark. I've said this before. I put a mark with a permanent pen on mine, so I know every time I do an eye pin, it's going to be exactly the same size.
That's a good idea.
Okay. And to measure the length, I sometimes use my beading tray. And on your beading tray, you've got little stripes down one side. And the length of the stripe is about the right size to cut for your
that's a good idea, yeah.
So you know that every time it's going to be the same. Oh, sorry, shot somebody with a wire.
That's all right, it went to the right, so I'm all right this side.
So I'm going to first of all bend it to one side, and then grab the end with my pliers and turn. And straighten it off a tiny little bit. And there you've got your eye either side.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm going to open the eye, take my wrapped loop and feed it on. Now if I'd done half of the necklace, I then start feeding on all my beads.
So get those ready first, and
absolutely.
then yeah.
Some of them you might want beads on, some you might want one bead on. I'm just going to put them on any way at the moment. Oops. Like that, because before I've done a lot of beads where I've tied them in a knot and things like that. So it's just slightly different. If I get another pearl, I'll just do one more. And you can see you've got your little cluster. Now, they will just fall how they want to fall.
I love the way they all just tussle, yeah.
It needs a few more than those actually, and I wouldn't actually put the eye at the end of head pin, but that's all I want at the moment. But that's how to do it, and do loads and loads and loads. And if you've got a really colourful set of beads, that can look really stunning actually.
Yeah,
really
love the movement. Have you got time to quickly show me that little twiddly on the old...
Twiddly on the old diddly do.
Yeah.
Yes, I will do. We'll just grab some pins. As you know, I don't wear earrings, so it's the one thing I do find difficult.
That's why I'm here, Deborah.
I know, I haven't got any in there. Let me just have a look underneath here.
Oh, right.
Some eye pins.
Okay, darling.
Excuse me. It's one thing that tends to go. First of all, out of these, the eye pins. Let's have a look, see if we can find
So there's two in there.
Yeah, cool. Brilliant. Right. Now these are little head pins. I think they've got balls on the end. It doesn't really matter. It will work exactly the same.
The principle is.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll put two on first of all. Let's cut this strand. Let's get some spare. There we go. So first of all, I put two onto an eye pin, and then I put the third one onto an eye pin, and I make a little ring at the bottom, same as at the top, round until it forms a P shape like that, and then put your pliers back in and kink it back. And then I thought, well, what can I do with that? What difference can I do? So I thought, right, I'll just flatten that and I'll turn it up and push the bead against it and turn it so it's like that.
Oh yes,
okay.
Yeah.
And then, just seeing how I made it, as I made it a long time ago, bring the wire over the top, so it's like that. bring the wire over the top, grab it with your pliers, and kink it back again.
Ah.
And there you have your earring.
It reminds me of a little,
There you go.
I don't know if I should say this, little shopping trolley wheel. The way you just kicked it at the bottom.
I like
buggy
that.
wheel.
I know exactly what
It
you mean.
doesn't look like
actually.
a buggy, but you know, there's just something about that.
Thank you, Fee. Love you too.
The buggy wheel earring style.
Thanks a lot. My buggy earring.
I knew I shouldn't have said it. No, they're beautiful. It was just something about that little kink at the bottom, like a little
People
wheel.
aren't going to be
Yeah,
make those now, are they?
Digging myself.
Buggy.
Of course they're going to be. They're taking the notice
Digging
of
a
me.
hole.
Oh, thank you for those demonstrations, darling. Now, how are you getting on with the challenge?
I've only done a couple of things, but
Yeah.
still.
We've still got time. We've got to catch up anyway. And we're also going to have a chat to you about next
yes.
week's show as
Don't know when
well.
you want to do that, but
Yes. Well, I think we're going to do Wall of Fame,
Right.
and then we'll find out what's happening then. So let's have a look at some of your designs this week on the Wall of Fame. Right, darling, who have you got?
This is
Ooh,
number 17. I love this, nice and colourful. This is from Andrina. Is that Andrina from Hinkley?
I'd say Andrina, yeah.
Yes.
Andrina, yeah. Hinkley,
Here's
not too
this-
far away. Yeah?
No. Here's this week's Hall of Fame entry, rather. My words right. My challenge for myself was to make a set of jewellery to complement a maxi dress I bought. I used agate, carved jade, aragonite and lapis lazuli. It's a combination that I probably would never have put together, but I like the end result. All the items are from JM. Keep up the excellent shows from Andrina. That's quite a nice thing to do, actually,
I
to say,
love
right,
that.
I'm going to do something to match.
That's the dress, because I just thought,
Probably.
how beautiful does that look?
Challenge yourself, it's a good idea.
Because there in the dress, it clearly works.
That's
you know,
right.
those colours, and like you said, you probably wouldn't think to do that, but beautiful.
idea.
We love it, love it. This is number 68. And very beachy, I like this a lot. Number 68, and it's all her Jewellery Maker goodies. It's Hazel from Durham, and she loves the gem book she received last time. She looks forward to the next one when my finances recover. Yeah, we're issuing them out every third order now, aren't we? The ABCs of your gems, so you can learn a little bit more behind the scenes. But good luck, Hazel. So hopefully, let's hope the finances recover with a win on Wednesday. You are number 68.
This is number 69 from Katie in South Wales. Here is my Hall of Fame entry. Hope you like it. The necklace is made of white jades, turquoise and sterling silver tubes. What a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what that was.
That is
That's a really good idea.
Oh, we
Then
could do
I
that with
thought-
rubber, couldn't we? We could do that with
Could
rubber too,
actually,
couldn't we?
yes, we could. Then I thought I'd try my hand at a ring. I haven't made them before. One is on memory wire and just some glass beads from my stash. And then one is gizmo wire with shell gems. Hope this makes the Wall of Fame. Thank you for the lovely gem presenters for making my day every day. Oh, weather today, by the way, is dry and sunny.
Never.
Oh, I don't
Never,
think
don't
it's the scent.
believe it. Can't believe it. You had some sunshine where you are. It's not possible. It's not physically possible. Wow, there's some serious silver clay work going on here. That is fantastic. Talk about modern.
Lovely, isn't it?
Isn't that amazing?
Lovely.
And again, just the imprinting.
Yeah.
You could use the texture.
You
couldn't
could, yeah.
This is from Karen in Master, and she says it's a few of my very first attempts at silver clay. She says I've done 2 pendants and a pair of earrings, which I learnt to do at one of the fantastic workshops. I would thoroughly recommend. So she did the silver clay with Natalia, like you can do the polymer clay with our Debbie. She says, I can't wait to experiment now and try out some new ideas. Also experimenting with the copper and the bronze clay. Thank you for introducing me to this new hobby addiction. Love the show and the presenters and the crew. That's Karen from Manchester.
That's lovely.
And that is fantastic. My goodness.
First
Yeah,
brilliant.
that is that looks like, you know, your boutique designer jewellery, doesn't it?
It does.
The first attempt, that's amazing. And all of that out, just the one
gem art in there.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah.
Very
So
good.
you need to get onto that bronze and copper, and you need to then venture into the polymer. And
Yes,
we keep that talent going. Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, Debbie, I'm going to have a quick revisit of my bundles.
Okay.
Then I'll come back to you
Right.
and catch up with a bit more clay and the project and what you're doing.
Okay.
All right, darling. All right, let's do our bundle. Let's visit our bundles. So this was one of our earlier bundles, and you might have missed it. You might have missed it. Honey, didn't hear. So I've got my agate, I've got my shell, and I've got my ruby coloured quartz. Now we did this first thing, but it was about three and a half hours ago. So let's just revisit again, because it was just so beautiful. And Debbie was just talking there about the tassel effect and how good it would look with some coloured gems. Well, you've got them here, haven't you? You've got them in your shell rounds, in the teal and sage, the charcoal, the burgundy and the gold. You've got it in the pretty, almost like fairground colours of the agate, and you've got it in your ruby coloured quartz as well. A more sort of a more singular look of the colours, as it were. But here you could definitely do those different tussled looks with your different coloured gemstones. Now this was a 3-strand bundle. We did it earlier on in the show, so let's just revisit that. The code is BFGC52. It looked beautiful as well with some of the earlier kits that we had on the show, and it came in at a very affordable price as well. So increasing your stash is a great one to do in terms of injecting that lovely bit of colour into your designs, maybe with those tassels ideas, or if you are trying to match up with the print on a pretty summer maxi dress. These kind of multi-gem strands, or rather not multi-gem strands, but multicoloured strands, give you that way to play with your colours, you know, and experiment, because perhaps it might not be a direction you'd normally go in, but when you see it in print on a dress, when you see it in a strand like that, you start to see how well perhaps it could work. And it's good to experiment, isn't it, and go beyond the norm of what we normally do and try something new. So let's give you and reintroduce that fantastic offer for you today. They were all 10mm, and it was coming in at an amazing £11.95. Yep, under £12 for the 3 strands. And it proved very popular first thing this morning. It was one of the early ones we did. I think it was the one we did after the early bird, wasn't it? It was indeed, yeah. The early bird, which was the amethyst silver neck chain, 9-inch chain. It was our little introduction after that, our Fee Friday special. And it's 1p all day, so if you missed it, there's a second opportunity. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, a favourite of mine today as well was, of course, the Botswana and the bamboo leaf jasper. That was a beautiful 3-strand pack. If you missed that, watch on the repeat as well. But something that proved very popular, and it's not long since I did it, but it's worth a recap because people join me at all sorts of different times. And if there's stock availability, I like to flag it up because the high-end garnet strand flew out. We had a lot of callers on the phone line for this 3-strand pack as well, because the quality of the 2 strands of the tiger's eye. You had the 8mm, you had the 10mm, and the 8mm garnet as well. So 510 carats in that last 3-strand pack, because you have the shell. And in this, we'll get the carat weight up for you as well. But you've got the deep blues, you've got the red, you've got the golden brown, 230 carats in the garnet, 270 in the larger 10mm rounds, or rather the, yeah, they are 10, and then 150 in the 8mm. We'll get the close-up for you as well, because you can really see the strength of the banding and the colouring in those gemstones. It was a beautiful 3-strand bundle, and it was only £14.95. It's coming in at £5 a strand for 150 carat, 230 carat garnet strand, yeah. 230 carats. Lovely plum red, like a plum jam, that one. And then I love the variants between, you've got the golden traditional tiger's eye, but then we've got, it's almost like a mahogany red wood colour. And then the deep dark navy blue and the gold on those 10mm strands. Like lightning striking. That was another fantastic bundleicious offer that we had today for £14.95. Do get it while stocks last, because like anything that's popular here on Jewellery Maker, once it's on, it's gone. So we don't want you to miss out, because you've always got your 30-day money-back guarantee after they've aired and you've got it, but we can't retrace our steps once stock has sold out. Alrighty, now we're going to talk about the resin show as well. That's coming up next Thursday, Friday. I'm with you tomorrow. What special surprises have we got tomorrow, Dee Dee? Well, the chromed upside and the garnets are really fast, so if you love those gems of distinctions, we've got citrine tomorrow, haven't we? Ah, And Prasiolite. Oh, that is a Fee favourite. The green amethyst, the Prasiolite. It's one of the most illuminating gemstones and just goes with everything. And your citrine with those tiger's eyes would be beautiful. So some high-end strands tomorrow for us, as well as some new kits. I'm going to visit Debbie. We'll see how the challenge is going on. We'll talk about the polymer clay and the Lisa Pavelka. So come this way, Paula. Come this way, darling. Now, something we just wanted to bring on screen as well while you're setting up your challenge, darling, I'll just talk about this, was the code for our cutters. Because Debbie mentioned several different ones. She was using the leaf ones, which I know are in the internet. I say leaf, they're like a petally marquee shape. But this is a very popular one. And I think Debbie said herself earlier on in the presentation, I don't know how you do it for this price. I don't know how you do it. It's a 12-piece clay cutter set. So we have lots of different ones, but that's a great one. The stars, you know, the stars are what Debbie made her little bead caps out of. This for your little earrings maybe. The shapes to go on shapes. Yeah, the leaf shape there, yeah. The rounds we used on those earrings a moment ago, you know, with the bright metallic blue on the black polymer clay, as it were. So it's a 12-piece set. They're like what you get when you're making your cakes and your cookies, basically. But with the Jewellery Maker, we've got a fantastic price on those. So we've got the code PASX47, $4.95. So it needn't be an expensive hobby, and especially when you want to delve into these other areas, you know.
Absolutely.
You're busy beavering away there, I can
see.
see.
Sorry, I'm trying to get
That's you, carry on. I'm going to show the clays, because we didn't show those in the price points. Now this is...
Vintage pack.
Vintage pack, vintage pack. I want to differentiate for you here.
Vintage pack has the essential background colours. So you have, I think it's an extra black, you've got gold, you've got translucent, pearl, ecru. You've got your basics really, but to mix and tone other colours.
Yeah. So our vintage pack.
That's my favourite actually.
Is it? Is that the one you work with most?
It is. I just love the metallic colours and
Yeah,
the old
the
gold
gold.
is just stunning.
Which one's the old gold, darling? That's the... Oh, yeah, look.
It's
That is beautiful. It is literally that colour that you see on the front. I love that vanilla colour though as well. It's like
Well,
vanilla.
ecru is good to mix with other bright colours to bring them down
That's
a tone.
right, you said that with the bright oranges and that brings it to a lovely peach.
Yeah, it
and
does.
yeah, and the ivory pearl. They're all delicious, and the silver. And then of course you've got your lovely black there, which is perfect. And what
translucent.
Translucent. Oh, what would you do with those translucent?
Well, you can use it over the top of the clay so you can see through them.
Yeah.
Or you can mix it with clays to give like almost, well, a translucent feel. It looks almost like stained glass, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Really pretty.
Fantastic. So we got the code up there, yep. Get the code, we're going to get the price up for you. And as Debbie said earlier, you know, they go such a long way. You use half a pack and you've still got loads left. And
I know.
Of each one. And when you're mixing them and you use every single scrap, there's nothing ever left, isn't there?
No, it's the one hobby that I know of where there is no waste at all. Because even the scrap clay goes back into your beads.
Exactly.
That's what the beads are made of. And then the veneer.
That's your core, and then...
That's right, the pattern is the veneer that goes over the top.
Exactly. So that's one pack. Let's introduce another to you. Very quickly, we'll rattle through these so everybody knows what we've got. So this one
is the mosaic pack.
Mosaic.
And that was done because there's a lot of colours coming in for the autumn that are pale, sort of violet colours, and anything you see, you know, the piled on the floor.
Oh yes, yeah.
That sort of look, those sorts of colours.
Yeah.
With the chocolate browns, I think Natalie did a board, didn't she, with the russets and the chocolate browns and the violets and the turquoises. So you don't have to use them out the pack. You can
like
mix them with other colours. You know, you can make whatever colour you want.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. And again, $14.95.
Yep,
Great
very
packs,
good value. Very good value. And then the last one is the vintage. Sorry, it's the Jubilee. Beg your pardon, not vintage. It's Jubilee, which speaks for itself, really.
It's red, white, blue.
Absolutely. But you've got your glitters in there. You've got your glitter red, white, and blue, and then your other shades of red and blue, and standard white. So again, you have to use those straight out of the packet. You can make your pinks, your baby blues. You can make all sorts of colours out of those. Very rare do I use colours straight out the pack. So those are your
Jubilee.
Fantastic.
Pack of 8, and again coming in at $14.95. So just an introduction to some of the clays that we've been talking about today. Alrighty, my darling, your challenge. Now we gave you, and we will come back to what you're doing next week as well, honey, but just while we're on the challenge together, because you've set up as well, we gave you the 6-strand bead box.
You did.
And it had the aventurine pendant in it. It had the 3. Could I trouble you to borrow your hand, darling, there, and I'll model these. Thank you. Would you be so kind? And I can plug myself in again.
Oh, right. There you go.
Lost transmission.
There you go.
So it was aventurine, the puffy hearts of the jasper, and then the puffy drops of the jasper
there you go.
as well. Thank you, darling.
They're beautiful, aren't they? And these hearts, really, those, they're really lovely.
Gorgeous.
Really lovely. That is a lot. And I know Deanna wanted me to do some stringing, some macrame stuff with this, and I just haven't had time.
No.
I'm sorry. I've just had to use it stringing just with the pendant. I've just ran out of time. That should be the other way around, actually. I just ran out of time.
Yeah.
But still.
I'll have a look at
so
this.
Much to do.
I know, darling, and it's been a full pack show, isn't it, with all the polymer as well. So we've got a lovely simple bracelet as well. So this is probably the last we're going to see the bead boxes for now, anyway. Definitely. I never say never, but that is very pretty. I mean, it's just got such a lovely pop. That's gorgeous, Debbie.
I know. I love
so
these.
simple, just gorgeous. And is that your little roll loop you just showed us a minute ago, darling, as well? Yeah. And then you did say I'm going to wire wrap one of the pendants, because you get 2 pendants in there, the jasper and the aventurine.
I've only done it really, really gentle. I know that Laura would do a fantastic wire wrapping, but I just quickly wire wrap them in the 2 colours.
Yes, it's nice to see that with because you've got the silver and the darker green in there. Yeah. I think that works beautifully together. And I'm loving this, just the bit of different way in which to use the wire. That's making up the whole necklace piece itself.
And of course, because it's wire, you can make your own
your
links
shapes,
and shapes and things.
You've been gizmoing.
I was gizmoing, yes.
Well, you've got the 0.8, the 0.6 in there, so why not?
Absolutely.
You've kind of created a talk-like necklace. That lovely gizmo
using
there.
memory wire, but you don't have to use 1 strand of memory wire. I've used 3 or 4 before, and you part it with your beads.
Ah, yes.
And then it comes back together. So
and it still keeps, your shape with that 0.8. It's strong enough there.
That's right.
Beautiful.
And then just use some beading thread just to pop onto this. I know it's only simple. Just
that very vibrant jasper, that 50 carat jasper there.
Yeah.
Lovely finish there at the top though, Debbie. You've got the coil and then beautiful finish round of the wire. I don't know if anyone can see that at home, but it's just such a lovely finish. Lovely finish there. Such a pretty pendant, isn't it? You kind of want to see the patterns itself.
That's right.
And then crimped off.
Yeah, just using that because it's such silky thread. I didn't have any nail varnish or glue, and I would normally not put that over the top and not have that fastening, but so it didn't come apart. I just used that.
Yeah, when you've got more time, you could be plaiting it, make it
I probably have
but...
made the wire shorter and hidden that behind the pendant.
Oh,
actually.
I see.
But, anyway.
Needs must. She only had so much time. There's only so much a girl can fit into one show, isn't there?
Oh dear.
Now don't forget today we have been concentrating on the Lisa Pavelka Bold and Bright beautiful foils, which we think are an absolute winner, and of course the actual texture stamps as well. So give them a go, watch the show, and of course the water slide transfers. If you haven't delved into this area of your polymer clay, please watch the repeat of the show as well, and we give you all the codes for those as well and demonstrate how to use them. But I know, Debbie, you want to talk about next Thursday and Friday, which is a special double date, as
2 days to do resin and clay. So the one day we will prepare the clay and the resin mould ready for the second day to complete your project. And next week you'll be making something, or if you want to make along with me, something like this using the foils, a bit like dichroic glass, something like that.
Isn't it?
Okay. And then something like this, which is just a piece of resin and a piece of clay, that sort of thing. But I also go through using different things. This is a pendant using the resin and the Lisa Pavelka.
Oh, the transfers.
Transfers.
Isn't that fantastic?
And then, of course, these are fridge magnets. I have covered the manufacturer's name.
I'd see
with
this as a brooch.
Yes.
I would
you can
make
use
that
it as a brooch,
yeah.
or you can make it into pendant, but that's using the transfers and the resin.
Isn't that
and
gorgeous?
And some inks to make, and that's using a curtain ring.
Genius, genius.
This is the curtain ring that you have left over, and fill that with clay. And obviously these, which everybody went mad for last time.
Oh, well, as soon as I saw them, I was like,
I know.
Look at those.
And these rings. Now, talking about moulds.
Did you make that out of a mould, that ring?
Yes, I did. Out of a ring mould.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm asking a daft question.
No, not at all, not at all. Now, the sort of moulds that you can get ready for next week. These are chocolate moulds that you can buy from all over the place. If they have a shiny surface, you'll probably come out with a shiny pendant.
Ah.
If they have a matte surface, you'll probably come out with a matte pendant.
Why
By
is that
that,
then?
it's just the finish, it's just the way it reacts. Can you see this leaf here? It's shiny one side, but it's matte the other. So if you want your pendant to be matte, then look for
matte rubber molds.
Matte rubber molds. Now you can these come in a tray. This is a cookie mold. You can't see that, can you? They're ovals actually. They're brilliant for pendants. So the buttons, you can fill the Lisa Bavelka texture sheets. You can buy love hearts.
That's my favourite.
You know, love hearts. These are readily available on the websites all over the place.
Are they? The molds,
they are, yeah. Or you can just use clay, you know, and push a hole in the clay and then fill it just with a coiled piece of wire, and I've just set that with resin. So you can do all sorts of things, but we will specifically do the dichroic glass next week and something with a chocolate mould, and I'll show you how to do the ring. If anybody has got any flower moulds, I did bring some with me. My rummage in my little bag. I thought I did bring some actually. There we are, there it is.
We do need to get rummaging around our kitchens. Ah.
That is a flower mould.
Oh, okay.
And they were at a craft exhibition at the NEC.
I
They
was
were
going to say,
on
was it a
every
craft
stand.
fair? Yeah.
They were on every stand. These are for cake decorating.
I was going to say, was it for the
so
cakes?
if anybody
Yeah.
wants to buy things like this for next week's show, just Google
the search
flower
engines are
moulds for cake decoration. Oh, sorry, yes.
That's fine,
Anyway,
darling.
you can
Any
argue
search
and
engine, whatever.
Sorry. Just put in flower moulds for cake decorating, and you will be amazed at the amount of flowers that come
You'll
up.
be there forever.
You
do
will.
it now because you haven't got
You
time
will.
next Wednesday,
And
Thursday,
I've
Friday.
done that many of these. They're really pretty. And
Aren't they gorgeous? And that's just onto a simple ring finding.
Just a ring finding that's
Yeah.
it's very, very cheap off the internet again.
I know, because we've done the silver version of that, but
That's
perhaps
right.
for the funky jewellery, you perhaps just, you don't want to expensive the silver.
And this is one of the pendants that you get in the resin pack, which is lovely. That's just with using the Lisa Bavelka foils. So, ready for next week. If you've got your resin, I know we have some more coming into stock, I think. And you have your foils and you have your clay and some cutters, and we'll get playing next Thursday and Friday. Brilliant.
Absolutely. It's a two-part show. I'll be with you on the Thursday. I'm not sure. So we'll be preparing.
We will.
And I don't know who's with you on the Friday, but
Not
that'll be essentially Thursday, Friday next week. So I think it's Lucy. I think it's normally Lucy.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, it'll be the lovely Lucy. So I hope you can join us just to fill you in on what's going on next week. Don't forget, date for the diary, the Big Elvis shows, 16th of August. I'd like to start seeing some Wall of Fames because I'll give away a prize for the best Elvis design. Whether it's something made out of it. That's your challenge for next week.
Oh, right, Elvis
something resinous
design.
and Elvis, yes.
Right, we'll see.
Could be the glasses, it could be the hair,
Guitar
the
or
quiff,
something,
the guitar.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be, I don't mind. That's your challenge. So send me into Wall of Fame. We'll keep them separate. I'll save them for the show on the 16th of August. Studio@jewellerymaker.com. There'll be a prize for the best one. So if you want to keep it, it could be just his logo, TCB, taking care of business.
Yeah.
Could be the glasses, like you said, the guitar, the quiff, it could be anything. It could, tell you what, if you're Alan, they'll probably make an Elvis statue out of these, wouldn't he?
He would actually.
He can do any animal, can't he? The lovely Alan Fox.
Dear.
Alrighty, so stay with us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm with you tomorrow. Debbie, when are you with us again?
Next Thursday.
Next
Oh, I'm
Thursday.
here for a course on Monday and DVT Tuesday, and then here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
She's busy girl. She's here full time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Debbie, as always, for all your hard work, darling. We'll get your designs uploaded on the website. Don't forget to enjoy the repeats and indeed the live show tonight between 5 and 9. Remember that 1 p.m. stands you in good stead till 12 o'clock tonight, and we'll start a new day tomorrow morning. And between 8 and 9 a.m. you've got the chance, new jewellery makers, to catch up on those new techniques.
Good
to
idea,
introduce
actually. This is good.
All right then, so goodbye from myself.
Goodbye from me.
Take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you bright and breezy at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care, bye.
Bye.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756 or Freesat 807. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, Coloured Rocks Limited, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!